All right. One of the other things too that I really like about this, and I don't think this is a spoiler, so sorry if you're like that's a spoiler. But you get to like kind of pick your storyline outcomes. So like they'll give you like um 2 or 3 options, like we think this should happen and we should go raid this party or group, or no, we should infiltrate them and gather information. And it, you get to determine the quest that you go do. I think ultimately the storyline stays the same, but I think it's kind of cool that you have a little I think, is it autonomy over your own story and choices?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Vigil. The Dredge are poised to attack the Dermond Priory, but we are poised to attack them. This will be glorious.
I'm ready. Where do we begin?
On top of the hill. They fortified the weapons array location, but they won't
Wolf go.
stop our
Oh,
charge.
there he is.
Not with you and Ersta Gulkin alongside us.
I'm glad you're with us, Air. You've stood by me for so long, it's only fitting that we join forces one last time.
Ogden is an old friend, and thanks to you, I've been reminded that no matter how bad things seem, heroes don't give up on their friends.
I will stay behind to guard Ogden while you and the Vigil take the lead. Speaking of my old friend...
Air, Thurkill. And you must be the Slayer of Isormir. I am Ogden Stonehealer. Thank you for defending the Priory and my life.
It's time. When we hit that Dredge Hill, we hit it hard and fast. If we don't shut down the Sonic Vaporizer quickly, Jormag's ice minions will overrun us and the Priory. Vyacheslav, prepare for death! For our fallen comrades, for the Priory, and for Tyria itself, you will fall! Those Dredge aren't wasting any time. We'll be overwhelmed by dragon minions if we don't turn off that weapon. Rise up, my friends, for Tyria and for the Vigil.
Oh, this is kind of cool. This seems to be a big epic moment in my story.
Ogden Stonehealer must die. All enemies of the revolution must die.
I'm at war, man.
Are those bigger rat people?
These are like, yeah, it's interesting. They're like moles. So they're like mining. And they're like at war with the dwarves. So my people are like, screw you. So we're going in. They're creating like this giant like weapon of mass destruction, and I've gathered intel on it. I've tried to like sabotage it, and so I've gotten to see what they're planning, and we're trying to stop it. Crap ton of AoE damage going on.
The Vigil? Here? Curse you! You will not protect the life of the oppressor, dwarf.
Ogden's not the only one at risk, you fool. Every time you fire that weapon, you bring dragon minions down on you and everyone around you.
What of it?
Remember the buttons that I'm trying to
Demands
click.
his death. I would kill thousands and die myself to avenge my people.
If you care about your people, you'll stop this. Fire that weapon and more Dredge will die. This is your last warning.
The oppressor must die. Every moment Ogden Stonehealer draws breath is an insult to those he enslaved. Kill them, comrades.
It's like giant mole rat. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! I think I might have pushed it too hard.
Increases!
Oh, okay. Cause like everybody around me was dead.
Uh-oh.
For great justice. For great justice.
The rebel, why you protect us and enslaved us? No, they can't die while the oppressor tortures.
For the first time ever, I'm actually thinking about getting like a Naga mouse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, cause there's not a lot of
Made all
buttons
the
I have to
difference,
press.
Slayer. Without you, those dragon minions would have swarmed the Priory.
Few people
Yeah.
in Tyria truly understand how great a threat the Elder Dragons are to all of us.
I think I have a
We who do are
mouse
preparing to
that
stop
might be a
them.
little bit better for that,
been a
but I
pleasure
can't
fighting
remember where I
alongside
put
you,
it.
Slayer.
I think I was having
Now you're
issues hooking it
expected
up
in
to the
Lion's
computer.
Arts. A Vigil mentor has been assigned to you and will be standing by. They'll help you settle in and adjust to your new duties.
Tyria needs every hero it can find to turn them back.
I am also headed for Lion's Arch. I'm meeting one of my former comrades from Destiny's Edge. We used to fight dragons together.
I've heard of them. In Holbrecht, they still sing songs of their brave deeds. You took down a dragon lieutenant together, didn't you?
In simpler times, yes. We disbanded. But now I see that I have more to do. You helped teach me that, and I will always be grateful.
After all you've taught me, it's only fair that I return the favor. Farewell, Heir. I hope to see you again someday.
I hope to see you again someday. Flirting it up, big guy. Well, now that I am a champion of my people, it's time to continue questing. This zone is like on a mountain pass. I have to be very careful about my raptor's jump, because I'll fly too far and fall off. I've done that several times. Crap, how do I get back up there? I have to hard back.
Gotta do
Start
that
all
on
over.
the stream now, so I can see it.
What? That's not a respawn.
For great justice.
You make me feel bad about New World.
What do you mean?
Could you go do stuff still?
I just pretty much, I did some faction quests today. I was able to buy the staff,
Nice.
but that pretty much took up all my tokens. So I essentially need to grind enough, like, all those tokens back, and then I should be able to get new boots, hats, gloves. And was there something else? I think that's it I had planned for now. But I'm debating whether doing the chest and pants. My chest and pants aren't bad as far as gear score and attributes, but the feats aren't that great. The feats on the faction armor are better. So
Yeah, I think I could buy feet if I go do like 2 factions. 2 faction quests or whatever.
yeah.
So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do, but I don't know.
Really all I grinded, I think I got about 5,000 today. I was like, that's good enough for today. I need about, 45 more, but maybe one day.
Slowly but surely. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel a rush. So, and if there's something where I'm like, I kind of really want to go do that content, but I need to gear up, I could do that in a week.
Yeah.
Like, I will grind it. It may not be the most efficient, but I can grind it out. What? Get over here.
Yeah, the only reason I grinded probably a little more today, other than just getting the daily bonus, was because when I'd go back, there'd be like 2 faction quests in the same area, and I'm like, okay, I could go run and do those real quick.
The game's guilting you. Please come back and play.
Well, I heard they're doing a new update, and it's and this is, I haven't read the actual patch notes or anything. I've just read what people have been saying.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they're doing something with the watermarking. And like, so your watermark is going to affect your crafting, like the armor you craft. If you don't have your watermark up, it's not going to be as like efficient or effective. And like, even if your gear score is higher, you have to like raise your watermark still to make it as effective as it can be.
So that seems like going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was gathering from what I was reading. And I was like, yeah, that makes me even less inclined to even ever bother with that. But
Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here waiting for the unfun grind of crafting to be fixed. And they're like, no, we think it's nerfed right now. We need to make it more challenging.
yeah.
Well, it's their game. It's not like I don't have this amazing game to be playing instead.
But pretty much our server is turning like Covenant for the most part now.
That's good.
So last I saw earlier today, we had Ebon Scale, Everfall, Windsward, First Light, Restless Shores.
You said there was a lot of drama.
Yeah, so I guess like one of the bigger companies in the syndicate, and a number of members, I think in another big company, turned Covenant. So a lot of like marauders, or there were like 2 or 3 that were really just hurling insults in the global chat at the couple of the syndicate members that had turned Covenant. And it was just like, oh my gosh, please just remember that this is a game. Because they were just pissed. They were like, I'm leaving the game, I'm transferring servers. you've ruined it. This is now a dead server. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh my god.
It's a dead server because you have to work and like you now feel the pain that the Covenant have been feeling.
Yeah, and that's what I think a couple of the Syndicate members were trying to argue, was saying, hey, if you look at active members in regards to, we just evened out the Covenant to have more active members like the other.
Which I think is what you want. I think a server with, like I saw there was a server with a single company controls every single zone.
Yeah, that's too much.
Like how is that fun?
Yes, I'm ready to defeat anything.
So.
But it does look like it's flipping to Covenant quite a bit more, which, I mean, it's nice to have more areas, but, it is considerably more yellow. I think the Syndicate's lost quite a bit. Granted, one of the companies that transitioned over to Covenant was one of the owners, I think, of Everfall.
So it just instantly did it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's funny. Alright. So you're going to have to share with me your story, because I don't think I ever want to make a tree person.
Okay.
So as you're doing it, your requirement is to pay attention to the story and tell me what's happening.
Okay, so crafting wise,
in this game right now.
yeah, so there's jewel crafting, weapon crafting. Is like armor smithing, does that include like leather armor, or is that just like leather working?
No, leather working will cover the medium, tailor will cover the light, armor will cover the heavy.
Okay.
And then armor doesn't have all of the things. Dadgum, I keep doing this.
So if you want to start one of those trades, you go up to a person and say, train me, or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And then you'll have it.
And then does it level up as you craft more?
Yes. So, there's... Alright, give me 30 seconds here. I want to... I could just go back there. Okay. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to where I craft. And I'll kind of show you. Because it's a little complicated, but it's not. I think it's actually enjoyable. I do have a website that, like, if you're wanting to power level it in a way, it tells you everything you need to know. And, like, what to buy, what you need, and you actually will go get a key for it. Like, it'll run, like, an analysis on your account. It'll be like, these are the things you have, this is what you need, this is how much, like, it's going to cost you to get it from, like, 1 to 25 or 1 to 50 or whatever it is. Okay. So, alright, so I know it's delayed, so I apologize. But you will have, like here, let me just go to, who are you? Armor, what are you? Huntsman. Alright, so I'm going to go to her, please teach me Huntsman. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you can have additional. Please teach me huntsman. Oh, so it does cost a little bit to switch. So let me move over to a different character here. I'll go to her.
So it costs you a bit of gold to switch over.
I guess so. I don't know what the actual cost is because I don't think it when I hovered over it would show. I hate this mount. Give me the raptor. Raptor's fast. Alright, so for her, I will do huntsman, why not? Alright, so you go. You'd like to teach, so please teach me this. And that's it. So now I'm a huntsman. And then you go to the crafting table. And it'll show you everything in red you can't make yet, but it just kind of like pointing out like maybe what you know. But everything in red, anything not in white will give you experience. And so you will want to make so this one's going to be a little confusing at first. Let me see here. Alright, so I need to make... Hey, what's going up on Shuriken? I'm teaching Jordan how to do crafting. So help me and correct me if I'm just horribly wrong. So every crafting item will have 2 items that it's needed. So this, to make a rifle, I need to make the barrel and the stock. So now I have a barrel and a stock, but I need to be able to have the modifier for it. And that's what like this is. So the vial of weak blood then can turn this into a very simple item. However, you can get it's not going to be sigils. I may not have it on this just because this one, oh yeah, here it is. So these inscriptions right here, I would need greenwood dowel. Actually, I think that's something I can make. Greenwood dowel. How many do I need? I just need 1 of those to make it. So the greenwood dowel. So now I have 1. And so these are the inscriptions, right? So I will choose mighty. And mighty allows me... doesn't it tell me? Oh, yeah, here it is. It'll be power. It'll give me power modifier. So if you're wanting to get a certain stat, you will want to make a certain one, right? So you need the 2 items that is needed. So for instance, like for a chest, you need like the inner and the outer chest plate, right? You make those and the inscription. To be able to make that item with the inscription, you go to discovery. And there in your discovery, you're going to have this. You won't have as much stuff because this is all the stuff that I have even on my original mains. And this is where I was like, this is where it gets confusing for me with Guild Wars 2 because there's just so many items. But what I can do is I will hit the inscription, and once I put an item over into the 4 to discover, it will show me what can be used with that item. So then I put the barrel and the stock, and it's now letting me craft. And so now I know with these 3 items and nothing else, because sometimes there'll be an extra thing that you can do to like get a super thing. That'll be much later on. And then you just craft it. And it gives you a crap ton of experience, and you discovered it. You can only discover something once. But now I know how to make the mighty bronze rifle. And then I can come over here, and now in my rifle, I know the mighty bronze symbol and the mighty bronze. And it's showing me those are the 3 items I need. So it's all about kind of baiting, and it's all pretty simple. Every like tier is going to be the same. And even to the point that the inscriptions are going to be the same. Like the tiny venom sacks, the next one is venom sacks. And then like it all kind of stays the same. So once you kind of start knowing which ones you want, it'll switch over. So let me get back over on beef, and let me answer any of your questions. What questions do you have from there?
Well, I'm kind of I was watching with the delay,
Okay.
but
I saw that.
I think I understand it for the most part.
Okay. And that one website that I can send to you in a second really does lay it out really well to like power level. I followed it to a T. It was a little off in certain areas. I didn't think it got my key correct, but I was able to power level, and I think I spent 6 gold today at most. And so, you know, you could pick one, and honestly, if I was paying more attention, I probably made the stuff that I wanted to make myself. But yeah, so you'll see here, and then the insignias, the inscriptions, it's all kind of the same stuff. And so here, the strong wool insignia, power and precision, this is what I wanted to make. So I needed a bunch of vial of thin blood, and then strong later, I need more vials of thin blood. And then it just makes a stronger version of that insignia, and that's what is used for level 30 and then level 35. And so I think until much later, and Shuriken was going to say, yeah, about 400. It gets a little bit higher and harder. If I'm not mistaken, like it got to a point where I remember like it was a super grind up at the top. But it might not be so much now. It may be easier to just go get some gold and go buy it on the auction house or the trading post. But it's really kind of like a balance of making, like for me, I would need to make a decent amount of wool patches, because that's what makes my insignias, like the ingots, and then making a few of, like right here, you'll see the iron, right? So I have no idea how to even, so the iron, the pauldron, you need the cast and the lining. You put those two together and any insignia, and you could discover it. So like I could put here, I have that in my bags. I have nothing. I can't discover anything with it. So I need to get another insignia. So I can kind of start baiting things out and be like, do I have anything that can turn into anything? And it doesn't look like I do. So, well, maybe that. No. It's close. I don't know what this is. But, yeah. So, to me, I think it's really cool. And, like, if you make a bunch of something, like, if I needed to make a bunch of, like, the steel ingots, I can put in, like, make all 47 of them, and it starts a little slow, and then it's just... So it's not like some MMOs where you're sitting there for hours clicking it. So... that's from one noob to another noob crafting tutorial. If you have any other questions, let me know. And you can also, I'm sure Shooter can help you out. What's up, man? What you been up to? What have you been doing in Guild Wars? Everything and nothing. There you go. To do and can't pick. Well, there you go. So my question, so is there still a lot of content for you to do? Like, what is the kind of content that you do? Is it like world stuff? Is it raids or fractures or PvP? Like, what usually occupies your time? Because to me, the most I've really kind of done is trying to do my dailies. And I would basically do that on my high level character. I would try to craft a little bit, world completion, but I never really got deep into the PvE aspect of the game. Okay, I want to go down there. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My wife got home early. She was out with her friends, and I've been working in the garage on a project for her, sanding and working on a door. So I wanted to go show her. Um, so Shoot Against Head said, I do a little of everything, but I have not done any raiding yet. Need more friends. I understand that. Legendary equipment is what I spend most of my time on. Almost done with my first legendary weapon. Well, that's awesome. So my question then, when the new expansion comes out, and maybe this will make you cry, but does your legendary weapon, does it matter? Will it be basically not the best thing and you'll have to start your grind all over again? Or it's still going to be the best? Because that would make me cry. Because I want to say, when I was looking, like, even to get like that pink gear or whatever, like the berserker gear that I was looking at, like, it required a lot of time, a lot of grind. I leveled up. Legendaries are always good. Always. Well, that's good to know. That was what, again, you know, I've expressed, I've played a lot of other MMOs, and like, you would do a lot of grind, and then you'd get like this amazing legendary weapon, and you'd build on it and make it awesome. New expansion came out, and they're like, it's not good anymore. Go re-grind. I'm just like, oh. But I guess you just keep doing it. It's MMO is what you do. Okay, I was gonna look at. Oh yes. So just to finish this up, because why not? It's 100%.
We could repaint that though.
Well, that's cool. Well, I'm excited. Maybe because I actually think I am enjoying the warrior. So maybe that is something I can eventually work towards as a legendary
weapon. A research
weapon.
team is
That'd be
looking for
pretty cool.
relics that hold information about the war between dwarves and destroyers, but Dredge are attacking the excavators. As the researchers progress, the destroyers themselves have started appearing.
So Jordan, you asked me about crafting. What are you doing?
I just went the leatherworking and then huntsman. That way I can
make your stuff. Stuff that's
yeah.
tidy. Yeah, makes sense.
Something that speaks to their elemental nature. My research partner, Suki, maintains a lab east of Rock Lair. I'm sure she could use some help wrangling the beasties if you're up for it.
Oh, it's not what I needed to do at all. I'd really like to chat over voice to really get to give you the download, but your gear is always good. And you grow your characters horizontally, so anything you do is good. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Okay, so if you don't mind, did you try to join the Discord yesterday, and did it work? Jordan, do you mind helping me out with this as well?
I did do the Discord yesterday, the second link that you had posted.
Did it
I
work?
think it worked for me.
Because I don't see you on the server.
Okay, then am I on a different
I
one?
do see you on the server. So then... Oh, am I getting attacked? I'm getting attacked by something.
Are you used to seeing all different sorts of names for me?
No, well, no. So I was in the wrong area. Because I was watching afterwards. I wanted to see if the link worked. Just got it. Okay. So I go to the welcome. I see you there. Let me see. Jordan, I'm going to move over to gaming. Oh, gosh. You know what really sucks about this? So I have some... Oh, here, I can do this myself. New channel, Guild Wars 2 streaming chat. Oh, it says it's locked. Edit channel.
Red lock you out.
Well,
That's
so
the
Red
ultimate power.
created it. We haven't messed around with it too much. Jordan, what do you see on your screen? Do you see? Go to the rules. Is it the rules that you have to do? Maybe it's the welcome. Hit the little bone, the cut of meat. Hit that on the bottom and see what happens.
Bone cut of meat.
Yeah, so on the welcome page on the Discord, it says Dino. So underneath the Dino, click that little
emote sort of thing.
Yeah, hit that.
Oh, okay.
And now it's unlocked the server. Do you see the voice chats?
Yeah, lobby gaming and
Okay, I'm gonna go to the one that says Guild Wars 2. I see shoot again.
yeah.
Well, I'll let him to switch over.
Can he see this one?
I don't know if he can. Maybe he can't. I'll give him a second. Oh, am I able to? Hey, there he is.
Here we go. How's it going, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Pretty good. Don't mind me. I just kind of muted you on your stream so I can actually hear you guys in real time.
Yes, that is a must.
Okay. So, alright, I'm just gonna pop in my game and do my own things. So, what questions did you guys have for me?
Now that I'm on the spot, I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. Let me see if I can I see you guys on. By the way, I'm so happy that you love the game. I have seen you on the past, like, every day so far.
Yes,
like, I pop on, it's just like, he loves this game. Good God, he's just on it all the time. It's like, I don't want to bug him, though, because I want him to experience the game on his own. It's just like, but I swear, everyone in the Guild Wars community, especially like me, every time there's a new player, we're kind of like a cult, and we just want to bring you into the cult.
Well, hey, that's good, though. See, I like that. Oh, God. Wait. Okay, hang on. Use this?
Yeah, I just don't want to be too on top of everybody on that. So, it's probably not be too annoying. So, let me see. I don't know if you guys are on your own or anything else, but I can just happily cruise around and try not to die. I was working with another streamer a while ago, just saying hi to them. You guys popped on the same time.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'm just spamming buttons at this point. On this, oh gosh, on this quest. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh,
Actually, go figure. I'm not too far away from you.
So, okay, so I think the question that I'm most confused about is this. So, you know, I hate being that guy that just compares everything to WoW, but it's what I know, right? So WoW, there's the Holy Trinity, and I've seen there is, because when I first played, they were very against like the tank, the healer, the DPS kind of group setups. I think they've since switched because early on, like I played when the game launched, and it was doing dungeons and groups was just a nightmare. It was basically kite until everybody ran back, do DPS until you died, and then kind of keep doing that. From my understanding, they've kind of switched and adjusted that.
Well, as the game has developed and the player base has gotten a lot better with things, the core specializations kind of had their groove and everyone kind of figured out where everything is. Once they started going with the expansions, they kind of expanded everyone's roles. So there still isn't really a tank, DPS, and healer like you would in WoW, but more you still have like a tank character, and you still got your DPS, and your healer kind of exists now with, say, the Druid and a couple other builds. Like, the current build I run is what they call a Shout Guardian, which I'm running around and just making sure no one dies, because they have so many buffs on them that damn near impossible for you to die. There are better classes for it, but that's just what I like. It's usually how it goes. So you still have your tanks, very tanky, very armored. You still have your DPSs, which are kind of overrated in Guild Wars 2. And then you have your supports, which do buff, debuff, and kind of just knocking people down as much as possible. Once you guys get into the higher level stuff, I might be able to explain that more, but right now you don't really need to worry about it. The core game is fairly easy, but then again, that's just my perspective from a 12-year veteran.
Well, okay, so I kind of agree. So, and the reason I asked this question, there's two essential reasons. I have several other friends that I play with. You may have kind of seen them I think you were here the other night when we were doing some of the New World, and then I switched over, and they were asking a lot of questions. They're like, "Oh, so are you gonna tank?" I usually tank, and I'm like, "Well, there's no real like tank. There's really no healer." I was like, I just like the idea of simple. The warrior seems very simple. Everything I've read, it's simple, but hard to master.
Yeah. It's not my personal favorite because I kind of got overwhelmed when I first played it. I like my two favorites were the Guardian. Honestly, I'm pretty good with that one, and I started with the Engineer. Engineer is way too complicated. I've never played it right. I always suck with it, but I really love it because it's my main.
Honestly, to me, because what I've kind of been saying is all my friends are asking what should we play? What does the group need? What's the group dynamic? How and from my understanding, I was like, I don't think to run dungeons, you don't need specific makeup. Is that a true assessment early on?
Well, early on, yeah, dungeons aren't necessarily difficult. The story dungeons that you do, as long as you're at the level, you should be able to get through it with the full team. Perfectly fine.
Okay.
Once you get to level 80, you get to max level, you start getting into dungeons. The max level dungeons, then you get the raids, you get strikes, you get dragon response missions. Those are all variations on dungeons, basically. Guild Wars has a problem of figuring out what to do and stick with it. But once you get to those levels, each class does have its own role and its own buffs, debuffs, and things that it can do. So honestly, if you want, tell your friends, hey, pick a class, we can go with it. If we need something else, that's what ults are for. Pretty much if you want a good balanced team for a raid, which are 10-man groups, the best thing you can try is one of every class. Pretty much, because everyone can do something a little bit different to help out the team. So some guys are better at other things, and then you have the specializations, which basically make your class a brand new thing. Like my Guardian here, sure, he's a Guardian, but I can also be a Dragon Hunter, which is a long-range trapper. Really good at locking down an enemy and preventing it from moving. Then I have my Firebrand, which is another variation on the Guardian, which is perfectly fine at buffing everyone extremely well or burning the enemies down quickly. So they can roll anything. And each of the classes have their own variations on that. And I haven't played all of them, but there's so many different roles, it doesn't always matter so much. If you talk to the raiding community, apparently there is a right way to do it, but they're just trying to break speed records.
Well, see, I kind of agree with that. There's always a meta, but I've always been even in WoW and honestly everything else that I play, I'm like, just play what you have fun doing.
Oh yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure that for the most part, all the getting dungeon content, there isn't a specific makeup, and that's even also what I told him. I was like, I have getting a character boost isn't that hard or rare in Guild Wars 2. So you can have 80 because I have 5 of them already.
Oh yeah, they're not hard to do. I do recommend not boosting a class until you've actually played the class from level 1 all the way to level 80. And then that's just kind of my way of playing, because I will literally go do the core game with one new class, then I go into the next expansion, Heart of Thorns. I'll pick the Heart of Thorns specialization, run that entire campaign with that specialization, do the next one, run the entire campaign with that specialization. And when the EOD comes out, I'll be running all my classes with the EOD specializations, just so I can learn them.
Right. Oh, so EOD is going to give their own specializations?
Yes. Every time they come out with every time they come out with an expansion, every class gets a specialization, which is kind of their way of expanding the classes.
Yeah. And so then you only get one specialization, correct?
Yes, at a time. You can only run one. You can run your core, which it's made up of all your build traits. So all the traits that you've unlocked, all the specialization traits, like the core starts up with 5 of them, and you can mix and match 3 of them together. Once you get a specialization, the specialization takes up 1 of those classes, and then you mix 2 others from the core game. So you can have different variations even from that.
Right. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, that's probably what I might wait to use my boost until I see what the specializations and what everyone kind of gets.
Oh, it's
from
a lot of
EOD.
fun playing all the different classes. And I played the game for 12 years off and on because I'm a true gamer. I play everything and for a long period of time, unfortunately. So I still haven't even done all the classes and specializations. So nowhere near some of the hardcores.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, see, and that was one of the things I like about Guild Wars too, is there are a lot of different builds, and if you're one of those guys that likes to like forge your own path and avoid metas, like there's a lot that you can pick and choose and make your own build and have your own uniqueness, and still be viable. I feel, you know.
For the most part, yeah, most of the game is going to be pretty good for whatever you want to do. If you want to make yourself a challenge, you can make a really bad build and try it out. If you want to make it really easy, you can do the metas. Or you could try to find something else that no one's tried, but usually there's always going to be
at this point, yeah.
On the patch, yeah. The game's been around for 12 years, people kind of know, and it's been the last 4 or 5 years in our current setup because we haven't had an expansion in a while. There's been tweaks, but nothing too much in a while. So the meta's pretty well set as of now. That's why the new expansion's really exciting for everyone in the community.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. Like, to me, I'm like, I've done enough to like have a decent understanding. Like, I don't think I'm not a complete noob like Jordan over here.
Wow. Offended.
Jordan, don't worry about him. Beef's just a bit of an ass. That's okay.
Oh yeah,
You're fine on you're fine on your own. Do whatever you feel is fun and comfortable, and if you fall on your ass, we'll laugh at you.
As long as it's not New World. To be clear.
As long as
as long as it's not New World.
Yeah,
Do whatever you want.
Trying that. Well, any other MMO, I'm very hesitant, but then again, welcome to Guild, you're in the cult, and once you're in the cult, you never leave the cult. It doesn't help that Guild Wars is also free to play, so that kind of helps.
Well, and that's what's funny is so, and again, I'll be honest, I was playing Final Fantasy, and I really liked it, and I was excited. I was like, okay, I was getting to it, but my buddy was like, he's like, dude, I can't do. He's like, I like New World just because there's no subscriptions.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay. I was like, I guess I can get into that. And so I was like, well, let's go do Guild Wars. Like, and he was like, yes. And he had it already. We played a little bit. So me, I'm just like, let's go give it a try. I was like, I can't. What's funny right now, like, I can't remember why I stopped playing before. Cause like I was really enjoying it.
I would probably say, little history lesson for you and anyone else in the stream that's actually listening, which is kind of cool, by the way. When Guild Wars launched, they were extremely ambitious on everything else. Once the main game was finished, they didn't want the game to be like every other MMO, where every 6 months you'd have an expansion and do everything else like they currently are doing, because they were really ambitious in it. The idea was that the world would change every 3 to 6 months on that, so you'll have some maps in the game which look completely different. Lion's Arch looks nothing like it did in launch, because they literally destroyed the city in one of the patches. Absolutely wrecked it. And if you weren't there for the patch, you didn't get to experience any of the content. That threw me off as well. So I played at launch. Once the Living Story came in and I missed an entire chapter of the story, I got so disoriented with it, I just stopped playing forever.
So wait, which one is Lion's Arch? That's like the capital, isn't it?
That is the main city hub. It's your main hub for like the game. Everyone basically sits there.
Where is it? Where is it at?
Okay, I know you were looking at last time. So Lion's Arch is kind of okay. So you have Divinity's Reach is the big round city. Overall, if you go down, and it's actually much smaller. It's almost in the center of the map at this point. So I'd have to look on your stream so I can see. Like not that right now. You're in Path of Fire down in the Crystal Desert. Let me actually party up and just look for the little blue dot.
Your men are growing restless, Captain. We need to get that Quaggan out of here.
Because I want to say I remember.
Actually, go ahead and invite me in there, and you'll be able to see me on a little blue dot where I'm at, and I'll head over to Lion's Arch so you can see where it's at.
Yeah. I didn't add you as friend the other day because I didn't know if like it showed, and I didn't want to be a creeper. So how do you? What's your tag to add you as a friend?
My tag.
Or you could see mine.
Oh yeah, I friended you guys like immediately when I was playing. That was a lot of fun. Tag's gonna.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Is that how? Oh, okay.
So, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Add to friends. So that's what is this thing? Followers? Oh, so like people could follow you. Is that what that is? And then so like people. Interesting.
Followers.
Okay.
I'm not exactly that sure what followers are, to be absolutely honest.
That was cool. All
Again,
right.
I've been here 12 years, and it sounds impressive, but I probably only really.
Well, to me, I think that's kind of cool. Like if there's like an Asmongold of Guild Wars 2, you can essentially follow him, and see. Okay, is that? Are you gonna teleport? Is what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna teleport over. You can see me on the map right now. I'm gonna teleport into Lion's Arch currently.
Because I want to say, I know I've been there, but I always think Divinity's Reach is. Okay, so okay.
It's one of the 5 main. Though Divinity's Reach is one of the 5 racial cities. Like you got Divinity's Reach.
And then this is a non-faction one.
This is a non-faction. This is where everyone basically comes together.
Okay, I kind of remember. And is this where the PvP hub is as well?
This is where everything is pretty much.
Because back when if I'm speaking ignorantly here, there was like you would go into like an instance, like a separate area, and there would be all these different portals to do the different, like I think there was like 2 different like PvP things, and then the world versus world.
Oh yeah. There's the hub. They still have the world versus world, and they have your PvP, which is the mists as they call that. It's a PvP hub, which anyone can join at on the upper left-hand side. The little dots, the cross swords, will take you to the PvP lobby, and then the castle will take you can pick from any world versus world area you want to go to, and if you want to do massively large, stupidly OP, broken PvP fights, where if you just want to get comp stomped constantly, that's where you go.
See, I remember there was like one. It was like I want to say like a 3-point place that you wanted to hold. There was one I did a bunch of because I really enjoyed it with my Necromancer because it was just so easy. I would have all my little minions, and I would have the staff, which was like all AoE, and I would just drop it, tag, and get a lot of experience and like the bags or whatever it was. I remember farming that for a while, and it was fun. I remember getting a little into it. When it first came out, I remember like World vs. World was the coolest thing. I remember like bigger streamers at the time were like getting like giant groups together, and that was pretty cool. I remember that, but I've never really since have gotten and done any of that.
It depends on which server you're starting off. Depends on how comfortable it is. My server, which I'm on, isn't that competitive comparatively. So I'm usually playing, if I'm with anyone, I'm usually on my own soloing in there, or with small groups just raiding camps and stuff, trying to...
How do you know if you're on a good server for that?
Just playing long enough. Usually the bigger servers have larger guilds that do nothing but world versus world, so they have large zergs just running around with hundreds of people just smashing into each other with massive battles. My server that I'm on, you don't see that usually. It's usually smaller groups of like 5 to 10 guys at most. Sometimes just 2 guys rolling around, bumping into other groups of 2 to 10, just killing each other, trying to take down camps and avoid each other. Kind of cat and mouse like.
Okay.
So luckily they've kind of balanced it where the smaller servers like mine doesn't actually get engaged with the more popular servers that do it. or else it's just not fair.
Yeah.
So, when it first came out, it's like, oh, the entire map is one color. Why? Because the other two servers suck. These guys are just too good. So it wasn't really all that fun. They eventually balanced it out to where good servers fight good servers, bad servers fight. And that's also really cool because they're coming out with a new alliance system where it won't be server-based anymore, but guild-based. So your guild, it'll be guild versus guild versus guild fights. So they'll have their own maps. So it'll be 4 maps, each guild controls 1, and then the 3 guilds will battle it out for a season to control all 4 maps actually.
See, I think that's really cool. Because then it forces, and I think force is a good term, like, you to be in a guild.
It
right?
does help. Oh yeah, it does help out with that. And I think the server system will still be around, so whatever server those guilds are primarily, and we'll join in with them.
Right.
A bit, so if you're not really affiliated with anybody, you might pop into those servers. I'm not too sure how it works, but it is kind of cool, and you really do want to be in a guild.
Right. Well, and see,
what
were you gonna say?
No, go for it. Go for it.
Because right now, I'm not in a guild. I mean, obviously, I'm leveling and just kind of experiencing the game. I don't know if that's smart or not, but I don't notice, I don't feel like I'm missing anything not being in a guild. And a game that is called Guild Wars, it doesn't, it would make more sense for me to be no, that we be in a guild. You know what I mean?
Honestly, the name's kind of deceptive overall. But yeah, for high-end, the end game stuff, once you're level 80, you're really high-end. World versus World is the true end game of it. Once you've done pretty much everything in the game, you have a full set of legendary armor, all the legendary weapons you want, and you have a large group of people. You've done everything else in the game. Time to just battle it out for the rest of eternity.
That makes sense.
That's kind of where the true end game is in here. And then you got the PvP, which it's more consolidated, so pretty much all 3 of us could go into a PvP lobby right now and battle because we'd all be on the same level. Same playing field, the only difference there is pure skill and knowledge. That's it.
Okay, and I kind of remember that. So does your build matter?
The build does matter in there, but again, it's all how do you know your class, how do you know the other classes, and everything. But there's no stat advantage whatsoever across the board.
Okay.
It's all about your skill. I could have the same exact build as you guys, and you guys might get me. I might get you. It's all about how you play it. So luckily, Control PvP is all skill based. World versus World is more numbers and still very skill based. And PvE, it can be as casual as you want. It can be as hardcore as you want. It can be whatever you want. So whatever your comfort level is. So you don't need a guild in the PvE setting. Most of the story and the lore you have access to solo.
Okay.
And sometimes it's more fun playing it solo because once you get to the expansion stuff, that can be a real pain.
In what way? What do you mean by that?
The difficult. Well, you guys are playing in what we say core tier. It's the base starting story. It's if you look in your storybook, your My Story journal, you're under the My Story. That's the first part. Once you get into Season 2 and Heart of Thorns, there is a significant jump in difficulty from there. And then you go from Heart of Thorns into Season 3 and Path of Fire, there's another jump in difficulty. And from Season 4 to Iceberg Saga, another jump in difficulty. So the game gets more complicated and more difficult the farther in the story you go. But then again, that also unlocks new maps, new regions, new things to do.
Describe to me difficulty. What is that? Is it based off of numbers? So if your gear isn't there,
no, it has nothing to do with numbers. All the enemies at level 80 have pretty much the same numbers and everything else, and you'll have the same numbers. It's all about mechanics. It's all about the combat system. Guild Wars 2 has one of the best combat systems of any MMO I've ever seen. And
no, I
utilize that
I
very
agree.
effectively to make the content really, really difficult. So and just for let's see, what was one of the examples? The final boss fight in Path of Fire. The big boss you have hitting you, the guys you have hitting you right now, will only hit you occasionally, and will throw 1 or 2 ground targeted effects that you have to stay out of. That guy basically covers the entire field with stuff, and you have to know how to dodge it, block it, disrupt it, not get knocked on your butt, and he will throw you all over the place. And you have to do mechanics that open him up to actually do any kind of damage whatsoever to him. So it gets significantly more mechanically difficult.
Uh-oh.
As you go up.
You said the word that scares me.
Which is?
Jordan, did you hear what it was? Get knocked
your
on your
ass
butt.
Wow. Knocked on your butt all over the place. I'm gonna stay.
But it's avoidable, right?
It's avoidable. Well, the thing is, you cannot stand still. Guild Wars is very mobile at higher difficulty. If you stand still, you will die. You have to move at all times and utilize your skills and your endurance bar and the dodges really, really well.
See,
I'm getting killed.
I'm totally okay with that. I'm making a joke because one of the things I absolutely hate with New World is, like, the only mechanic the game has is the NPCs will just knock you over for no reason. Like, they just knock you. Nothing you could do about it. So to me, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to be laying on the ground. But if I'm laying on the ground because I didn't do something right, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's how this one works. Like, Guardians are really good. I have a buff called Aegis, which blocks one enemy attack, guaranteed.
Yeah. I was looking at that.
So if I can understand how the boss is attacking me, and I know he's gonna hit me with a really big hit right at this moment after the sequence, I just pop an Aegis and boom, I tank it. And nothing happens to me whatsoever.
Nice.
If I didn't have that at the right time, I'd be knocked flat on my ass for 20 seconds, which would absolutely destroy you because they do a lot of damage.
If you want to watch a good laugh, I'm a beer and a half in and I just spilt my beer.
I give you a hand.
Ugh. All on my mouse pad. What a mess. This is why you don't sit your beer in the middle of your keyboard. It's like, what am I doing? Alright.
Yeah, having a good time and enjoying yourself. That's what you're doing.
Well, no, I totally am enjoying. It was so funny. Yesterday it was yesterday, right? No, it would have been Wednesday. We were playing. Wednesday is now our new. I have a friend who's extremely busy, and so we really only get to play one night a week, and we all try to like kind of get together and hang out. And he went to bed, and afterwards, I was talking to Jordan. I was like, Jordan, what are you doing? And we've all been playing New World together. And I was like, Jordan, what are you doing? He's like, well, I was thinking about doing this quest, this faction quest. I was like, oh, okay. Like, well, let's go do that one quest, and then we go play Guild Wars. I was like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah, but the New World, it looks really, really fun, but I haven't heard the best things about it overall. But
what's funny to me, it reminds me of when I played Guild Wars 2 when it first launched. Like any MMO when it first launches it's missing some things, and you know it's not perfect, right? And that's where I love the idea of Guild Wars 2 because like it's had 12 years or whatever it is of to perfect itself. And so there's good content, it's a lot of fun. I also like that like I could do expansion stuff like the older expansions even when EOD comes out, and it'll be fun and sort of relevant, you know what I mean? Where it's like it's not a waste of time, and I like that.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Well, here's an interesting thing. Throughout the entire 12 years I've done, I had never finished the final boss on Heart of Thorns until this year, and I've kind of just been plowing through the story as quickly as I can. I got through the story with a level 80 character in about 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months.
And that's the Heart of Thorns story.
That's all the story. I'll read it off in your story journal. I went from Living Story Season 2 because unfortunately Scarlet's War is nothing but a video. Really sad. That was the Season 1 where they decided to change things and you had to be there to actually experience the content. Really stupid.
Okay.
Luckily they're trying to focus on that. So really after my story you basically skip Scarlet's War, which is still kind of important to the story, but not really. and immediately go into Season 2. Season 2 sets up Heart of Thorns. Heart of Thorns you can run on through, and that's just how I went through. Then I went to Season 3, which sets up Path of Fire, Season 4, which does all sorts of interesting things. Iceberg Saga is kind of its own thing, it's still pretty dang good. But I've just been plowing through that, and I'm still not even through Iceberg Saga, and that's the last bit of the story I'm doing. I'm still not even all the way through that. It's gonna take me probably all the way up to EOD, maybe longer, to actually complete.
Okay, and so my question then, and I have it up on my screen, so there'll be a little bit of a lag here for a second. But I have my story.
Mm-hmm.
Is it advised to do my story and then go to Scarlet War, and then like to try to follow like the way that the UI has it set up?
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to stay with the story and stay with the lore and not be spoiled too much with what's going on, because you will have spoilers if you skip ahead, or you'll just be completely lost.
Right.
You can do it that way, or if you just care about the content and don't really care about the story that much, play whatever order you bloody well want, but I do highly recommend being at least level 80 before you even touch Season 2. At that, you can go wherever you want. You can go in hard. Any of those campaigns you can start once you hit level 80, boom, immediately do whatever you want. But if you want to keep consistent with the story, go in order.
Okay, because I kind of remember that. So when I was playing before, I would hop in and I was doing like the mastery system. And so I was like trying to unlock, like that's what I was doing. I was worried about like my glider and my different mounts, like trying to like get the experience for them.
Oh yeah, that was kind of their slowdown mechanic on it, because the way the expansion's always released, which is really interesting to me, is they would only release a chapter like once a week. So the first chapter of Heart of Thorns, on day 1 launch, you'd only get chapter 1 of it, and then you have to wait till next week, and then chapter 2 would unlock, and then everyone would plow through on that. It was kind of a slowdown to actually stretch the content out a little bit.
Yeah, like I've played MMOs that do that, which is fine.
Yeah, which just slows it down, and it's the same format of their living story, where each story chapter only happened once every 3 months.
Right, which I like because it makes it feel real.
Yeah, and they're also to polish it up and make it really good content. Especially Season 4, the story was like, oh my god, I had so many moments where I actually was sitting here crying. It was that good.
Hey, nice.
What the hell just happened? Because you really get to know a lot of these characters as you go through. But the story writing is pretty good. Guild Wars, they did a very good job focusing on their story and the lore, and they're really good at that, at the cost of their PvP and world community, unfortunately. That's kind of a complaint you'll hear a lot. Overall, the story's really good. They focused a little bit too much on it, though, which, with their new announcements with their old guys that originally made the game coming back to the company, to really focus and revitalize those other content. Which, for new people, it may be nice, but you can dabble in it, and it'd be perfectly fine to jump on it right now. It's just gotta be really cool for everybody.
Right. Well, to me, I'm like, PvP is, if it's a main focus, you tend to lose me. I'm that kind of the, like, MMO kind of a guy. And so to me, I like hearing the story is pretty good, is what I would want. And then, so my question then is, so I've been doing my story, right? So I'm doing the Norn quest right now, and everything that is relevant goes through like the way they still tell stories, where it's like talking, and it's my character talking. Is every bit of story done that way, or is it a lot of reading?
It changes, actually.
Okay.
From my story to Heart of Thorns, the storytelling process is completely different. How they tell the story, instead of those cutscenes where you have 2 characters pop up, they just start talking to each other. Once you get to Heart of Thorns, all the conversation is in-game. So you can zoom in, go first person, and see the other people have the interaction, the face interactions with everyone talking, but it's in-game. So all the content, all the backstory, a lot of things is voice acted too. So it's all, majority of it, all the way from from Heart of Thorns to Season 4, pretty much all of it is voice acted, especially the major parts.
Okay. See, that was my problem with, everyone was like, I'm a good old southerner. I don't read very well. I read very slow. I can read, but I'm slow. And so when it's a lot, I start to get like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. But I'm enjoying like the voice acting because I'm like, okay, it's like when I played during the day and stuff like that here, doing some of my leveling, and if like I do my quest, I'm like, you know, I'm watching my YouTube, just having like some podcasts up, just chilling, relaxing. But when I get to the story, I'm like, no. I'm going to pay attention, not press next. Like I want to do an MMO where I pay attention to the story for once.
Yeah, it gets, the story, as I said a while ago, the story gets so much better once you get out of Core. Core is kind of the low point of Guild Wars' story. It only kind of gets better from here. Same with the content and everything else. It just gets
I would expect that. Like again, like I said, like I'm playing ultimately the when the game launch content. You know what I mean? And I don't imagine most games don't go back and fix launch stuff years later. They just make the story and everything more, you know, better and developed. I think the only game that's ever really done that, Final Fantasy, where they're like, this game is it's completely changing. We're redoing it all because it wasn't good. But yeah, no. So I'm excited to see the story for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I hear they're trying to go back. They may go back to Season 1, like Scarlet's War, and try to put that content back in the game, which would be really cool.
And that's the ones that if you weren't there, you missed.
If you weren't there, you missed. So it was really cool. As I said, the coolest part that I have from that experience and everything else, like I would say, I was there when Lion's Arch was attacked and destroyed, and I had to charge in with everyone in the community to fight and free the city.
Right. Well, to me, I'm like, that's cool.
I can remember that. That is cool. I can always remember that. But it's always such a shame for new players. It's like, that's why I never liked it. It's like, it's really cool for me, but I'll never have this experience again, and no one else will ever be able to experience this stuff. And then when I went through the more recent stories, like, it's just as good and relevant, like, several years after the content came out. I still feel all the emotions that I would. And I don't feel like I missed out from not being there when I watched anymore, which is nice.
Right. Well, I don't know. I think having a, like, if everything is where, like, no, if you weren't there, it doesn't matter.
Sizzling beef, spicy braised beef,
that threw off
barbecued
a lot of
beef
people who were
ribs.
playing Guild initially, and that's why they had a really big population drop. That's why everyone, honestly, in the MMO community outside of Guild thinks, oh, Guild, isn't that dead?
Well, obviously not. Hey,
not,
real quick, Goth Mommy, thank you so much for the follow. That was really kind of you. As we were just sitting here, hanging out, playing some Guild Wars.
I hope everyone in the chat's understanding me perfectly fine. If it helps.
Well, yes, and I'll have to go back and listen to my VOD. I always have to do that, especially when I bring in like new people and are chatting. Like check the volume. Make sure you are loud enough.
Hope I'm not too loud. Luckily, I have a pretty good mic.
Yes, you sound great, and I appreciate it. You've been very helpful.
Hey. Trust me, I have this weird, sick fascination with anytime somebody new pops into the community and does like videos on YouTube. I just recently popped into doing Twitch streaming, kind of like the first one I followed. So nice. Sarah, you're new, and I love like watching new people play Guild Wars and experience it and finishing the content because I kind of like to relive that moment, kind of nostalgia. I was like just out of high school when the game launched myself. Okay. So it's like it's nice to kind of remember those moments with my friends and having all that fun and just experiencing the content with other people again for the first time. It's really fun.
Well, I will definitely say, and it's not just you. Like, I remember like when I was coming back and I played, you know, whatever it was. I think it was 2 years ago. You know, I'd have a question, and even the other day I had a question, and I asked in chat, and several people messaged me. The community's awesome, and you can't say that for most games on the internet. You can't say that for the internet.
Yeah, generally. Luckily, most of the community is pretty good, especially the PvE community. It's just you do have your clicks when it comes to the higher level stuff, which tends to be a little disappointing at times.
Yeah, I'll add you. So then I have to ask, does your name mean that you're a big, huge Star Wars fan? Darth? Sorry, I wasn't talking to you, Shuriken. But if you are a Star Wars fan, let me know. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. But yeah, we're hanging out. This is probably what, day 4 coming back. And so, whoa, what is this? I've played before. I technically, this would be the 3rd time coming back to Guild Wars 2. I played at launch, and then I played when both expansions came out. So that's where I have a mount, I have my glider. That's where that comes from. And then I stopped. I'm originally a WoW player. So I'm sure I probably stopped around expansion time. Something came out. And then I'm done with WoW. I'm done. Detoxing completely. I'm a clean new man. And so me and my buddies, we were playing New World, and I just am not enjoying it. So another buddy was saying, why don't we try New World or Guild Wars 2, because no subscription, and that's what he wanted. I'm like, let's do it. I was starting to play it. I'm like, man, this is so much fun. So I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Nice. So you are a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I'm actually really surprised I've already done, like, I'm working on my 3rd map completion already. Like, I want to say I remember, like, before, and maybe it's because of the mount. Maybe the mount's playing a big deal. But, like, I remember it would take me days to complete a map. And now I'm, like, hours. I'm running around like I'm a super experienced veteran.
Rubbing it in my face.
Exactly. I was about to say, Jordan, on the other hand, has yet to complete a single map and is not good at this game at all. So
I might have to skip my daily faction quest for New World.
Yes.
Every now and then.
Every day from here on
out. I need some better armor.
Sweet, we have converted another one.
If you are a fan, then you know originally Boba and Jango were considered... You know, honestly, I actually don't know a lot of, like, early lore. I know a lot of, like, stupid lore. Like, at one point, I would be able to watch, like, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, right? At the end, all the ships are flying, and I could name every Star Destroyer in there. Be like, oh, that's the Vengeance, you know, or whatever. I can't do that now. But there's a lot of lore that I don't know. I'm getting into it, though. I've basically Dan, or it's not Dan. Is it Dan? His last Filoni, basically the Star Wars genius who's doing a lot of the stuff for like Clone Wars and Rebels. I've watched all his stuff, so I watched Rebels and I've really gotten into it. Ahsoka, I love. Actually, I think I'm wearing my Ahsoka shirt. So yeah, I love Star Wars, and then I love Star Wars Lego. That's another obsession of mine. 2 boxes yet to be opened. That's almost $2,000 right there. Love my Star Wars. So anyways, I was into the guns and Mandalorian. Okay. I have only map completed on my now. So is that a thing? Do people have like 100% world completion?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have 2 characters with map completion.
Like, what? Okay, to me, that's impressive.
To be honest, it's not as impressive as you might sound, but I get you. Since you haven't completed the core maps, which, let me see if I can pull up. there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 23. There are 30 core maps which I have completed. That's what they consider map completion in Guild Wars, and then there are at least 60 to 70 new maps overall, which I haven't completed.
Okay, so when it says like world completion, that's only the core worlds.
That's only the core. That's only the core game. There's a separate
Okay.
achievement for completing each expansion and each Living World season.
Okay.
Maps.
Okay, that kind of makes sense to me.
So yeah, I haven't done every single map in the game by far. No. But I have completed the world map, which you need to actually complete the worlds, the core maps, at least to get 2 gifts of exploration. Those are used in making legendary weapons overall. So if you want to make a legendary weapon, you have to complete the map at least once.
Well, that's good to know. Jordan will never get a legendary weapon then.
Hey, one day.
You're just slow.
Yes, one day you will, Jordan.
Look.
Okay.
Slowest person ever. The reason, so there's a little manipulation, or am I saying it? I'm a beer and a half in because I spilled half, but in New World, I'm always the guy that gets first. I level first. Everything I do, I'm better at than everybody else. This is what I am. But I was really just not enjoying New World. And Jordan started after me and was starting to kind of like get close, and I was like, I can't let this scrub out-level me, and so I grinded it out and barely beat him. But now I really want him to play New World, or not New World, Guild Wars 2 with me. So if I constantly talk shit on his inability to play the game, maybe that'll entice him to play more. So that's my now exposed reversed psychology there.
Yeah, well, hopefully this weekend I'll be able to dedicate more time. This week was kind of a bad week for work. Apparently I caused a bit of a shitstorm today.
Ooh, what did you do?
I didn't particularly do anything.
Yes,
but
you can join.
I am a part of like a priority work group. And as a result of that, I lead another work group. And I'm generally a grunt in the grand scheme of things, but we were discussing how they evaluate us. Because it's kind of old and it's based on our old system, and I guess it got back to the chief of our bureau, and he was furious. So, my supervisor was talking with me today, and apparently her boss was like questioning her and another supervisor about what went on in our meeting, and I was like, okay, give me some time, I'll type up some minutes, because it was like I guess a game of telephone, and everything just got completely misconstrued. I was like, okay.
I love it. This is why you don't ask grunts questions.
Well, if they didn't put grunts in charge all the time, because they're constantly asking me to do stuff.
Well, hey, there you go. Promote me. And then I will say, anybody joining me, obviously I'm streaming, so don't like obscene or like hate speech or anything crazy like that. Obviously, just be kind. But other than that, what's up?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. What's up?
Oh, I'm doing alright. I just want people to play with. I've kind of gotten to the point where in the game I just want to play with people.
Okay. So are you? How long have you been playing?
My accounts. I've had my account since pre-HOT, but post season 1.
Okay. So I'm a
season 1. Living season story 1 is the Scarlet's War, which basically led up to Heart of Thorns.
So you said AOT or HOT is what you said.
HOT.
HOT. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah,
like I said,
I gotta remember some people don't really know the terms. Basically, HOT is Heart of Thorns. POF is Path of Fire. The 2 current expansions. Basically, that means I've been since Living Story 2 wasn't out yet at the time. Is the best way I could explain it.
Okay. So
about 11 years or so, 10, 11 years. If my numbers are right.
I think so. But I mean, I've been playing on and off, so my experience is limited, very limited, because, as I said, I do have ADHD, and that tends to make it where, I don't play a game very long, or I get distracted.
No, I mean,
but
that's
this
gamers,
man.
man.
Yeah, I mean that. This
You're
is
describing
honestly,
all of us.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, this is probably one of the good ones. Do you actually want to play a lot? Because people actually can be nice. I have to say there's a higher percentage of people that are nice and helpful in this game than there are on Final Fantasy XIV, which a lot of people say is one of the nicest.
I mean,
agree.
I would agree. I mean, Final Fantasy has been nice, but I mean, every game has their elitists. You know, I mean, I'm sure they're even in here, but yes, like it is. I think the thing that I like most is when it comes to new players, especially. I feel like Guild Wars is really like super open arms because obviously it's a game you play with friends.
Yeah.
It's something you want other people to play with you. And
yeah, I even was gonna get my friend the game, but he thought the game was too slow. I'm like, this is faster paced. This game is faster paced than a lot of other MMOs, and I played a lot.
Oh,
ADHD to the rescue makes me play a lot. I end up playing 20 million different MMOs.
Well, that's
I played
me.
EverQuest 2.
I haven't played EverQuest.
I never played EverQuest 1. I never played Guild Wars 1. Never played Destiny 1. But I played Destiny 2. I played EverQuest 2, and I played Guild Wars 2.
Okay.
It's weird how that happens. EverQuest can... I mean, not EverQuest. Destiny 2 is, but isn't an MMO. It's weird. Some people say it isn't an MMO just because of the way it goes, and some people say it is.
I agree. It's definitely a weird one. That's for sure.
One of those ones, like, it isn't an MMO in the aspect of once you're in an area, an instance or whatever, it's just you and whoever your party is. Whereas when I think MMO, I think like this game where everything's open. There's like always somebody around.
Yeah. I will say the events are super fun.
Oh yeah, they're a lot of the
constant. Yeah.
If you I always think I consider both types that I'm thinking of to be events. You get the orange events, which are literally just stuff that like almost every 30 minutes, I want to say. Don't take me on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably entirely wrong, but I'm just giving an estimation on how often I've done them. And then there's like special events, like, you know, the Halloween one that just passed. There's supposed to be the Christmas one, which Christmas one's my second favorite. Halloween one's my third. My first favorite is Super Adventure Battle.
So wait a minute. Okay, so first off, I'm going to send this website. Shoot Again actually shared it with me the other day, and the question I want to ask, and Shoot Again probably can answer it too, is there's like these events that happen.
The world bosses?
Yeah, like the world bosses, and there's a website that you can use to track it. Is that what you meant by the orange? Or is that you just mean like the normal
world
events?
Bosses are orange event boss ones, but let me look at your stream real quick to see if there's any, like right there where it says Steam Insurgent.
Steam Insurgent.
I think that's the meta for that area. There's events and then the event meta. I think that's an event meta for that area.
Oh,
Follow your
interesting.
tier list.
What was that?
Right below the daily list.
So that's... I'm not gonna lie, I've never even paid any lick of attention to that. What is that?
It's supposed to be a meta event, but since most people are gonna do the bigger ones, like in Auric Basin, or some of the ones in Path of Fire, or I think, like, people don't even mess with ore, and it's level 80 area. Like, I don't hardly see anybody at ore half the time.
Oh yeah, well the only reason when I was playing back in the day, the only reason I would go to ore was because that's where my dailies would tell me, like, take me, like, I had to go do certain events there, and then I'd leave. I would spend most of my time. I apologize. I'm sure it's gonna be Heart of Thorns just because of the way the world looked, but like, it was
base one because one is the it's one of the easier ones because there's always a huge group, and just follow that group and you get XP.
Right.
And you can use that XP to get your mastery points. But the hardest thing in that area is to getting to that area, because, well, you have to kind of go through a little bit of the story. But, yeah.
But no, I don't know. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. My goal has been to not be a complete noob, so that if someone comes popping into my stream and asks a question, I can be like, I know that answer.
Doing about average.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I thought about becoming a Guild Wars 2 streamer myself, just because I really like the game, and because it's semi-popular. I won't say it's popular because, unfortunately, Final Fantasy 14 has that tag right now as the most popular MMO tag right now.
So to me, it's streaming. I stream for fun. I could care less if the game's popular. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, I personally want to have fun, so if I'm just don't really give a shit on it, sorry.
Oh, you could curse. Yeah, there's nothing obscene.
Yeah, I was just. Oh, that reminds me. I do want to get this out of the way. I am trans.
Okay.
I put Gothwami Sam, and my name is Sam.
Okay, well, it's nice meeting you, Sam. Personally, I don't.
She.
Yeah.
I'm just getting that out of the way. I'm not one of those feminazis, whatever you call them.
You're good. So you're saying you prefer she?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can handle that. All I say is if I screw up, I apologize. It's not intentional.
Oh no, you're fine. I think a lot of them, the ones that are like feminazis, they're a bit too. Like I have my own sensitivities about things, but I'll just give a gentle reminder. I'm a really nice person, so if you make a mistake, I'm like, hey, no offense, but this is the one I prefer.
I couldn't even tell you what they identify as, but they their pronouns are they them, and so I told them, I was like, if I screw up, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that on purpose. So I appreciate
them. Are you in Dredge Hunt or Lorner's Pass? I can't remember where that thing that you're doing is.
I'm in, what is it?
What level are you?
Loner's Pass. I'm 36. Yeah, so, whoops, I'm gonna... I want to say, I remember doing this one. Obviously, I did this one without a mount, so I'm trying to cheese it.
Yeah, mounts kind of make the game kind of
yeah, they made... I'm gonna be honest, most time, if I can, I will try to do it the way I always did it, because I remember before POF, oh, we'll never get mounts. More than half the freaking people in the map were like, oh no, we'll never get mounts. POF comes out, oh, we got mounts.
So, Path of Fire is when the mounts came out?
Yeah.
Is that the first expansion?
Second.
Okay.
First one is Heart of Thorns.
Okay.
Right now, I think you can get them for like $15 right now for both. Not each, but in total.
Yeah.
Both for only 15, not 15 each. 15 in total.
Yeah. So
I think they got a special on.
You just spoiled it, man. I bought them for Jordan because I wanted Jordan to play with me. I was trying to make it be like, yeah, I spent all this extra money on you. It's 15 bucks.
I mean, put it this way: you bought Path of Fire, you bought Path of Fire. Boom, you already have a mount.
Right.
You literally automatically start with a raptor. You won't immediately have the raptor once you buy them out.
Oh my god, how do I get up here?
Now to figure out where the hell you excuse my language.
You're good.
I know some people don't like when people cuss. Some people
I was in the military, man. Oh, and so I
literally
curse. Yeah.
Navy, Marines.
I was Army.
Army, plain regular.
Yeah, I always make my joke. So this actually tells a lot about me. I got it. So how am I really supposed to do this without this stupid kangaroo mount? No. So when I was joining, I was trying to go to community college, and I couldn't figure it out. And so I'm sitting in there. I'm just trying to apply to go to classes. I have like my old high school girlfriend trying to help me figure it out. And it's just, I'm just getting the runaround. And this was in 2005. So it was like the height of like the Iraq invasion and everything. And I see a sign for a recruiter, and I'm like, I bet you that'll be easier to join. And then so I called my stepdad to help me find out a recruiter, and he was super thrilled. My brother was in the guard and everything, and so he was like, well, what do you think about doing? And I was like, well, I've never flown before, and I don't like heights, so I don't think I'm going to join the Air Force. I don't like it when my socks get wet, so I don't think I want to be in the Navy. And I'm not like super hardcore, so I don't think I want to be in the Marines. So I think I just want to be in the Army. So that literally was my process of how I joined the military.
Yeah.
Very, very simple-minded guy.
For me, my thing is, I'm not gonna be like drafted because of my disability makes it where they can draft people with disabilities. Like, like mine, because I have more severe disability than just ADHD. But it's a more well-known one. But because I'm on the autism spectrum, they're less likely to draft me. And when from what I heard, if they automatically draft me, then the world's gone to shit. Because from what I've heard, they don't draft people like me unless they really, really need people. Like, really. And I'm kind of glad, because one, I'd probably end up shooting my own foot, if not shooting someone else. I would have a meltdown having the officer, whatever you want to call him, drill sergeant, whatever, you maggot racket and all that, smelling you maggot and all that shit that they say in the movies. I don't know if that's true. I feel like it's sort of true.
I mean, they yell at you, yes.
And I would have a meltdown which is basically, how do I bet this? A meltdown is when usually people are, badly stressed, overwhelmed, and you ever seen those kids with autism, which is what I have, typically Asperger's is the original diagnosis, where they'll curl up in a ball and be all that's kind of meltdown. It's hard to explain.
Well, no, I understand what you're saying, but to be honest with you, so the way I would describe, and I think this is a great example of like basic training, right? Human beings are really good at just adapting to stress or change for the most part, right? So like COVID-19, right? When it happened, and we were told like, okay, you gotta stay inside. Okay, you gotta wear a mask. Like, you kind of adapt pretty well, and that kind of what happens in the military. Like, you get used to just being yelled at, and you get used to like, oh, we're walking everywhere. Okay. Oh, you get shit food to eat. Okay. Like, for the most part, most people, like, you don't notice it. It's just like, oh, life sucks now. Okay. Oh, this is what's happening.
That's why
now?
I said with people with like my disability, it can be difficult. Not impossible, just difficult.
Right. No, I agree.
More than average. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a disability. It'd just be an existing.
Yeah.
Existing.
So Shuriken, what you working on, man?
Who? Oh,
Shuriken. Yeah. My other buddy that has recently joined on the stream and has been hanging out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like.
Oh no, you're good.
Take over.
No, we just.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I'll just trying to take care of business meeting stuff and refining materials to make money. That's about all I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, if you're talking about Guild Wars 2, good luck.
yeah, no. And Guild have been running around Lion's Arch here, just processing some materials to make some money.
So here's
I'm
my question.
literally trying to find you, to be honest.
Oh, me?
I think I'm close.
I'm everywhere, man. Let me see here. I'm Loner's Pass. I'm over in Frostgate Falls.
I have to go back up north. Because I think I saw you were near. I'm glad I have this mount because this is a pretty speedy mount. And it's great for dodging. Because it actually legit has a skill that can be put on the other mounts. That if you tap its skill button, I'm gonna call it the skill button. I don't know the actual name.
Oh, you need me to tap something real quick?
What? No.
Oh.
No, I was talking about something else. Basically, the Jackal. Anyone that has this gotten whatever mounts.
Oh, that one. Yeah. No, I only have.
The Jackal has a little thing where it kind of teleports.
Oh yeah. Shuriken was showing me that the other day.
Yeah, I scared you guys yesterday doing that.
That was actually really cool. I think
I'm right near you.
If there's a mount that I want to farm, that's probably gonna be the one I want to try to get first.
I'm gonna go to the heart right there because I think I see. There you are. I found you.
Hey.
And hop.
A char. What's up? I almost made a char.
I like char. They're fun, but I'm more of a Norn guy myself. That's why my oldest character is a Norn.
Okay, so shoot again.
Yes,
Here was my question I was going to ask you. So you this is the second time you've talked about making gold in the game. What is the purpose of gold for you?
For me, mostly gold is like the universal currency in this game. If you need to do something like crafting, you'll just buy it off the market. Buy all the resources off the market. You need gold.
Yeah.
You need to do with 90% of whatever you're going to need if you want to do something quick. Gold's your cheat code.
Yeah. Gold's gonna be your.
Okay.
So,
except things like hero points, because I don't think you can buy. You can go in. There is a way to buy hero points, but you need to go in.
The world. You can even actually buy the your skill points for your characters. If all you did was just PvP or world versus world, you could spend gold in those areas to just strictly unlock all the skill points you needed in those areas.
Yeah,
so
like I want to
let you know I'm booking it south now.
Okay, but most of the time what I'm using gold for is also since there is a in-game cash shop, which I'm pretty sure you've seen.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You're gonna tell. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm
with
sorry.
the
I'll
exchange
shut up.
system. You're good, Sam. Don't worry about it. I primarily use it to make my gold, convert the gold over into gems, and then buy some.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You can literally not spend a dime in this game and get.
Okay. Well, that's actually cool to know for all my friends that are either poor or cheap. They can still do the gem system and get even just like
I do it the other way around. I usually end up buying gems.
I'm gonna be
to get
poor
gold
for a
because
little
I'm
bit.
terrible.
Yeah, Jordan's just now buying a house, his first house. Congratulations! You have no money.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to being broken in debt and constantly worried about them taking it from you.
Yep.
I'm
It's a
lucky.
good
I'm on
life.
disability, so it's technically SSI because like black people confuse SDI and SSI. I'm like, well, there's SSI for the elderly, there's SSI for the mentally disabled, and then there's SSDI for the people who have work and they got a physical disorder because of their job. Technically, aren't you on SSDI? No, you'd be on something else. Talking about because you got your category, you got one of your pads that says disabled veteran.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm technically disabled. Through the military, through the VA, I'm 40%. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, what's up?
Your question with what I was doing with the gold. Usually there's an offline set using the market, just like any other market in any other MMO or even real life. You can use the market if you find loopholes to make most of the money. I've just recently found a couple ways to just take raw materials, the higher tier stuff, since I have a max level crafter. Actually, I have 2 of them to convert the base materials up, just refine them up and make some money off. There's also a couple other ways.
What do you mean, base? Oh, you mean like
the current thing, since honestly it's not making much and it's kind of dried up by now. I was doing thick leather sections. So
yeah.
I would buy up a bunch of them, and since they were at a good rate for a while until
so I can do that and start. Because like I noticed, I get a lot of like older logs and mithril. Can I do that with the mithril?
Yeah. A good way to make money in this game is when you're gathering up materials or you're scrapping your resources overall. The best way to do is take that resource you're looking at, check the market price, if just the raw material, and see if refining it would be better. Say for the thick leather skirts, you need 3 of them to make 1.
Yeah,
for
like
the
I
refined
need
material. So if you get a good 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 ratio on that, you could sell refine the resources you got, and then sell it back on the market, and sell the refined material back on the market from the products.
Yeah, I mean, because I have a max artificer, so I could do a lot of stuff with it. I just need to start discovering more recipes to unlock more recipes.
Oh yeah, well that's
literally this character was gonna be my weaponsmith.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know you can only have unless you unlock, you can purchase the ability to have more crafting professions on you. Most characters only get 2 to work.
Yeah, you can buy a 3rd one, but
yeah, you can.
I'm not wasting money on that when I could just make. I have a lot of character slots, so.
Yeah, I have 3 of my guys.
By the
everything.
Hey, Beef.
Yeah,
by the
what's up?
way, you can right-click your salvage kit, and it'll let you salvage certain ones. Like me, I was told that
Yes, because I'm leveling though, I'm double checking to make sure the piece is an upgrade.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. That's a good tip though.
I forget that I get used to that. I thought most people say just get the ones from the main quest. That's what a lot of people kept telling me.
I mean, I'm noticing
Did they
that a lot
change
of the main
that?
quests are pretty good, but the problem is like, that's only 10 levels, and so like I'm only getting some of the boxes filled. So.
Look, you're good. You got me, and you got Ingi. Am I saying it right? We're both got 80s. I mean, we could.
I technically have an 80, but I'm trying to get a better base understanding of the game, and so I'm not wanting to play my max character because like I was so confused, kind of getting on it, looking at everything. I'm like, I don't remember any of this. At one point,
I meant about survivability.
Oh,
say, don't worry about survivability until you like getting ore. Then you're gonna kind of struggle a little bit, but depends on how good you are at it. Like me, I struggle in ore if I get surrounded. And even though that should be anyone, but you know.
And I don't know, just looking at my gear occasionally, upgrading it. I went and
sorry, I wasn't trying to.
Oh no, you're good.
Make you anything you didn't want.
No, I don't mind it. To me, I feel like I'm playing the game. I know that I'm not. It's like it doesn't matter. But I went and I did armor smith and jewel crafting, and so that way I was like, I can make my gear feel important, and it's also an amazing way to level. I think that's the way I level.
Yeah.
to 80 the first time is...
Yeah, that's what I read. A
is
fast way to level is
bought.
crafting.
I just bought everything. Power leveled.
I mean, it's great if you got the money. I mean, it's fine if you got the money. But if it's like if you don't have any money, like do the quest.
What were you saying you shoot again?
The first person to actually hit level 80 in Guild Wars actually did it pretty much completely by doing crafting. His guild, he pretty much had the idea after the betas he's gonna level his character up as much through the story as much as possible, and he had his entire guild with him, just gathering resources and giving it to him. So by the time he was like halfway there, everyone gave his resources. He just boosted his way up to level 80 and hit first.
That's
max
funny.
level character in the game by doing that. So it's a really good way. I crafted with one of my characters. I've got her 2 professions all the way up, and she's like level 43 through just crafting alone. Never did any combat whatsoever. Just straight to the city and started crafting.
I mean, you can literally go do PvP for that too, is from what they say.
You can level up any way you want in this game, which is absolutely
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to tell my friend. Like, you know, even if you don't have the expansions, you can level up pretty damn fast. The game's not that slow. Compared to most MMOs, this game's fast.
Well, unless you're Jordan.
Hey! I was waiting for you to get an opportunity to dog me again.
I was sitting here at the Pinnacle Enclave waypoint. I was trying to join your party.
Oh, yeah.
Keep up, you know.
I'm real bad about that. Let me invite
you.
you. Where are you at? Here you are.
Yeah, I know you got your...
Yeah, I'm just basically running around trying to map complete. So I see a thing to go get, and I run to that.
That's
very sporadic.
level just like you can even level up just by doing mapping.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, getting all those POIs, the Vestas, those all give you a decent amount of XP. Yeah, I was gonna show you. I finally got my first Ascended weapon, but it's like it's one of the probably lower ones, easier ones to get. So I know a lot of people probably like, eh.
Is that a like a legendary type thing? Like
No, it's okay. There's the highest you can get naturally without a lot of grinding.
I love that noise.
It's exotic. Those are probably.
Oh, okay. Is that the like pink gear?
Yeah, the pink gear is Ascended. Yes.
Okay.
Purple the purple is legendary. Those are the ones that will actually, if you have them, they actually give you special like effects when you're walking and whatnot. Which is one of the cool things. I want the bow.
Is the legendary only a weapon?
What do you mean?
Or can you get like a legendary
No. I honestly don't.
Like a
no,
chest
I don't
piece.
think so.
I can answer that question for you pretty easily. Legendaries, when they first came out, were just weapons. There's the first generation ones, which can be bought and sold pretty fine. So if you had enough gold, you could literally buy one off the market. I think the legendaries are going for 2,000 to 3,000 gold right now. Pretty much any of them. But there are legendary armor sets that you can acquire, legendary backpack sets you could get, legendary.
Yeah, I've heard of the
things,
backpacks, but I wasn't sure if there was actual armor.
Yeah, there's every piece of equipment in the game currently has a legendary variant, which they're gonna have.
There is legendary armor.
Oh yeah. There's legendary armor. There's legendary trinkets and rings that you can acquire. Nice thing about them, again, they're max stat, which is about the same as an Ascended, and you get to switch the stats whenever you want.
Yeah,
So
that's what I want. Why I want a legendary? Because then, like if I want to run, say, because then I can use the template. Start using the templates. Like right now, I'm just using a Berserker, which I'll probably end up switching to Marauder because I get knocked down by a lot of mobs, and then it's a dead death. I literally die to DOT when I get knocked down.
You know, I will actually also say that's another thing I praise about the Guild Wars 2 system is I actually really like that you get knocked down, and so it like creates like another like, oh, I can redeem myself. Like I don't know, I've never played a game that did that before, at least MMO.
It's a nice punishment mechanic. So you messed up the mechanics, so now is your punishment.
Oh,
Like,
I guess it's like a
deal
dungeon or
with-
raid
I could deal
aspect.
with stun. I mean, I could deal with like immobilization. Like a lot of that is just wait a few seconds out because you can usually a lot of. Well, I know the Guardian has Aegis, which
Yeah, blocks
with Aegis you don't have to worry about conditions a lot. You still do, but you don't. I mean, most of the time you don't with any class, but like I consider it a pain in the ass when you're getting hit a lot by regular damage, and then the DOT just kills you because while you're trying to escape. Yeah, no, earlier today actually. It was earlier today.
Well, what is this thing?
I
Is this the
killed
dungeon?
this boss that had poisoned me.
Right.
And then as soon as I started walking away, he died because I died of poison.
There was something that gave me a poison the other day. He's destroying me. I think it was it was like when we were early level with Jordan. It was like that grub. It was just like a yellow grub, and it just destroyed me.
There are skills that give you Condi cleanse, which will remove conditions from you guys.
Yeah, that's
usually
what I
what
like.
does so much
That's
damage.
what I like about Aegis, but I don't know if what Warrior has that yet, because like I'm sure Spellbreaker or the other one has something, but
There was something. I remember seeing something.
Every class has a little bit of everything, so you should have at least one skill that can help you clean that out on your secondary skills. Overall.
So, real quick, guys, I'm actually going to run upstairs. I'm going to go get me another beer, and I will be right back. Yeah, so I'll be right back, guys.
I don't like. I haven't even tried beer, but anyways, like I'm terrible. It's not even that I don't try. I think it's just more of my way of thinking is kind of makes things difficult because I'm trying to understand everything at once, and I get easily overwhelmed, making it hard for me to do stuff. So I'm kind of glad they did that update, because they did a combat update or something that made combat a little bit easier or something, because I feel like, before I struggled in ore, but now I can go in ore and be fine, for some amount of time, of course. Like I'm trying to unlock Berserker because I was looking at some videos, and Berserker seems to be pretty high DPS. With enough sustain and DPS. I'm just used to having to solo everything because I feel like I'm... How do I put this? It's like I'm not that time where it's like you're in game level and you have a lot of shit already done, but there's that time right after you reach a level 80 that you have to do a lot of shit that hopes you be able to do level 80 stuff. I'm at that time, I feel like. Because yeah, I finished HOT in my Necro, but and honestly, it's just I want to be able to like slow since I have to, because I don't really have groups to play with, so I'm always struggling to find a bunch. I keep switching out characters a lot, trying to find characters that I like. But I was gonna, and that's why I can't wait for Gunsaber, because Bladesworn, because one thing I don't like about Warrior is it doesn't really have a lot of range skills.
Hey, I'm back, y'all. Yeah, so I also have. What's up, Jordan?
I was just gonna say, I was watching you nearly die. Damn it! I wish you died.
You know what's actually funny? So I did die. Did you see what happened?
Oh, no! It looked like you had dropped and you were like got hit to get killed, and then you were right back up to full health.
It's my mount. Your mount has their own health bars.
Damn your mount.
So I was gonna say that. I was like, it's actually kind of broken.
Oh yeah, your mount's kind of like a. If you use the, what's funny though, if you use the Jackal, it actually has a thing where you press the, for me it's the one, or it's called Pounce. It gives you a bit of an overshield, or bury. I'm just used to calling it barrier. If your mount's almost dead and you're like, okay, I don't want to get killed, so you get off your mount, right then to attack the enemies around you.
Yeah, no, I definitely have decided that anytime I have to go AFK, I'm mounting up.
Take that from me.
That won't save you forever, though. Just.
Yeah. I mean, but it really doesn't matter, and the dying in another game doesn't really matter unless you're in the, you know, one of those kind of like me, where if you're in the middle of a you're in the story, and then it's like you get killed by the boss. It can be annoying after so many times. Like dying once, fine. Dying twice, okay, I'm a little agitated, but okay. Third time, I'm like, okay, seriously. Fourth, fifth, I'm like, I'm done. Like this shit. This is how I am, like, because I'm so used to people always constantly being able to, like, kill a boss on the first try, or speedrunning this, speedrunning that, that it's hard for me to, like, joke because people make it harder. I try to get myself to not worry about it, but my mind is like, nope, this is worrisome, this is worrisome. I'm sorry, I talk too much. I feel like I'm complaining too much. I'm not trying to.
I'm quiet for the most part. Anyways, and I've been focusing on the story. I have gotten partway through the story. I have fought a guy.
Speaking.
Yeah, this is Jordan. I have fought a guy, and I am looking for like
Is that
ways
all
to
you
get
know
rid of
about
his armor.
where you are?
Yeah. Well, it's I did when I did the dream or whatever, because I'm the Sylvari.
You're Sylvari.
Yeah, I did the Green Knight, so I'm doing the Green Knight for my story. So
I've never played the Sylvari much. I mean, I just never felt like I really cared enough. Or I'm like, they got their culture armor, which looks cool, but and it's like I don't know. Okay, really, Minotaurs? Would you stop with the knockdown? That's annoying. Sorry.
no, and that's what Beef was saying. He'd probably never play as Sylvari, so he's wanting me to tell him my story or whatever. I have fought a guy. I'm just looking for ways to get past his armor because he won't die. That's pretty much been.
I played, I want to say, almost every racist story up to a certain degree.
And to be honest with you, I was in between Char and Norn. But one of the reason I picked Norn is because I remember that, like, again, most of my information is based off of the launch. Like, the Char, like, couldn't do the jump puzzles because they couldn't land on, like, the littlest stuff. And so I had a buddy of mine who was a Char, and it was not easy for him. So I was like, yeah, I'm never playing that. So I'm just biased based on that one example in my head.
Stead have been driven from their worm hunting grounds by Jotun. They are desperate for help.
I mean, I know someone who's biased when playing this Human and a Sword. And doesn't like that Char just based on Galena's one story. Actually, I missed that group, to be honest.
What was it again? You said, what did you say?
Oh, I actually used to be in the. There was a couple of the people in there. They wouldn't play char at all. They hated the char because of Guild Wars 1. Which
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's silly, but you know, I'm not one to judge.
It's at least a reason.
I mean, I'm kind of like one of those. I'm like, well, I never played it, so I can't really say. I mean, having only played this one, I mean, I think the char is interesting. I don't even mean that in a bias way. I don't opinion on that. I don't really say whether it's valid or not because I don't really know.
So shoot again. How much gold do you have right now?
At any given time? Well, right now, liquid gold, I have about 9, but I got a lot of stuff in transactions right now, going. I probably have values roughly about 500 to 600 gold. Not more, probably.
Okay.
Liquid gold only about 28. Should have some more once my deals have filtered out in the next few days.
600 gold? Is that what you said? Would I speak?
I forget, my mic tends to wander away from my mouth, so you probably didn't hear what I said. Alright, X, did you say you made 500 or 600 gold easily, or something? Is that what you said?
I think so. I think what he was saying is he has like the.
If I can make that much, then I'd go and buy me the Griffin. Finally get the dang Griffin. That one's like 200.
Well, see, and that's part of the reason I was asking about gold. Period, is because like playing New World, like you know, it's a new game, but the gold, like there's nothing, like there's no mounts. I'm like you know, I play WoW. I'm like I wanna like farm gold and get things to make me look cooler than everybody else. Everybody knows I'm the no-lifer. But
I mean, kind of like when I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an outfit. I'm wearing the Infused Samurai outfit, and I have the Mandala glider.
Yeah, I see, and that's to me everything looks cool. Like everything is just different and unique. But no, I don't know what looks cool, but I want to be like, again, you know, when the Nyx expansion comes out, I want to be knowledgeable, so I'd be like, oh no, that's me in that really awesome, hard to get, hard grindy gear.
There's quite a lot of fun gear you have. I should actually pop in with one of my other characters to show you off one of the dungeon sets.
Yeah, I like this. I like this one.
Pretty cool.
Basically makes sense on the character I'm using. Since like it was gonna be my main, and I'm gonna make it into a Bladesworn when EOD comes out. You know, Samurai Bladesworn. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what Canthus. I think the whole game's kind of. I mean, honestly, both games have an Asian vibe to them.
Yeah, you think so? Oh, I don't think
Yeah.
I can do that.
Let me do something real quick.
The invisible walls.
All right. Thank goodness for Taco. No, I fell off.
Oh, daggit. Okay.
There is a route. I'm actually using something called Taco, basically a tactical overlay. Yeah, it is easy to overshot this.
I tried.
Now I have to watch the stream to see.
Oh, this is a hard one to get, honestly. I mean, if you could land on this.
I did it
right here.
Dude, I love that. Like the raptor can like change direction in the air and like bend it. Ah, that was good. I want to watch it on my stream.
I'm just gonna do this. I was trying to do it the old way. I think the old way, people actually use it on that rock.
Yeah, I had no idea. There was a lot of invisible walls I was hitting. Okay.
Yes, I grabbed the things if I get. Yeah. Hopefully that gave it to me. I love when my character jumps, he goes, ooh. I find that one of the harder ones to get would probably ones after the Jackal. Anything after the Jackal, mount-wise, is going to be a bit harder to get. The Griffin need to finish Path of Fire. Both the Griffin and the Sky skill need a lot of money to get. I think one's 100, one's 200 or something like that. I don't remember. Someone told me once, I just forgot.
Oh. Oh, search the rock pile. Search the rock pile.
Yeah, I do like my gathering equipment. I get the volatile magic ones, so I get volatile magic every time I gather something.
Oh, that's cool. I don't even know what volatile magic is.
I don't know. I think it's a season 2 thing, or living story tool, whatever people want to call it. Basically, living story is basically stuff that takes place between DLCs, except Scarlet's War, which Scarlet's War took place before the ones. Yeah, what I like about going in the lower level areas, for me personally, is I can melt everything in the lower level areas. Higher level areas, it takes me quite a bit longer. Except champions and legendaries, those still hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely have yet to solo a champion. Maybe on my necromancer, if I had the right cooldowns and stuff for my sustain.
Oh, by the way, hey, wait a second, I want to show you something.
Okay, yeah.
Let me turn. You can't see it with that on, so I'm going to turn that off. This is Kuldabog. One of the Ascended you can get. It's probably the easiest Ascended to get.
That's the weapon?
It's probably, well, it's not as grind. You don't really have to grind for materials, so to speak.
Yeah.
As hard as you do other Ascended weapons.
That's pretty cool looking, though. I like it.
I would tell you how, but that's, you need it. It's part of Hearthorns. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's cool. I like it.
By the way, no, I'm not dagger. I'm axe.
So, oh, okay. I was looking at it. For leveling, I'm doing great sword, and then I have axe, but I don't ever feel the need to switch.
I think some classes, actually, from what people have said, that all classes actually benefit from sword. I don't know. I just find that I do more damage with my axes. Class.
Power. For great justice, I can take on the world.
I know that.
Oh, almost missed that gold back there. Let's get it. So Jordan, you were level 16 when we started. You're what, level 15 now?
I am level 18.
Oh my god. You are trying to actively get levels, correct?
Yes, I am. Well, I've had to just kind of sit down and go through my armor sometimes and clear out my stuff.
Go through your what?
You know, Jordan, we can make this really easy. I can just take you someplace to power boost you.
I've got like the boost to 80. But since I'm new to the game, I'm hesitant to like level up super fast. Even though I know. Yeah.
I'm joking, man. You can.
Yeah. Why are we offering all this to Jordan? Jordan needs to lose the race to 80.
But no, Jordan's not an ass. Jordan's the polite little noob.
So what are you saying? I'm not polite?
No.
I'm gonna say, where were you gonna take him?
to a corner and hand him a level 80 boost. Be like, just press it, beat him.
If you bought him the expansions,
yeah, he's got one. I agree. Me and him are both just kind of taking it slow, understanding the game, a little bit better than just boosting up, And also,
most of that stuff is like, most an average MMO.
Well, and the thing too that I like is it doesn't really like if I get to 80, right? So if I just am better than him, and I just level so much faster because I'm the most skilled MMO player of all times, and Jordan is maybe third. It doesn't matter.
Here, stand still.
Oh yeah.
Back here, stand still. Look at your health.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's the special one of those.
But like I don't need Jordan to be max level with me. Where like in like New World we were playing, if I'm max level, I want my friends to be max level as well. So
yeah, I
want
to play with other people honestly my level of difficulty as well. That's why it's like I try to find people that are lower level than me, just because I'm like, okay, these people I'm more likely to get to play with because they're newer to the game. They don't have all that knowledge, and so they don't really have that set way of, do this, you're fine, you can do well on your own. Like, but I like playing with others.
Yeah. I mean, it's MMO. It's meant to be played with others.
That's funny how a lot of people treat it. If you're not in raids or WVW, then it's like, you need to be fractal level, this and this. I'm like, I barely have any agony resistance. Which I think that you can do at level 8. Level 2. I don't know. And then you can do fractals at level 11. They say that's kind of a way level. I don't know.
Look, he'll go to sleep, and then when he wakes up tomorrow morning, there'll be a level behind him.
That's usually what happens. I'll be like, alright, I'm like 10 levels above him, I'm good. I'll wake up and like log on like in the morning just to kind of like see like, I wonder how far Jordan got. He's like a level behind me, like, what the hell? When did you go to bed?
Never.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. My wife reminded me that I actually have to go to her family's house for her brother's birthday, and I'm like, oh no, I was gonna watch college football today, just hang out at the house. No, so now I'm like, well, maybe I can't stay up as late because I have to get up early to get my stuff done. But I don't know, I'm having fun.
And I was hanging with you just because of the, kind of, doesn't mean that right now, Yeah, I do have some things in this area I need to do. Well, I do have mapping stuff, but I just right now I'm just doing it all on the side.
There is no way you are like I'm being kind to you with you following me around. Like I'm just all over the place right now. I'm in grind mode.
I hate these dudes. That's why I hate these dudes. Like, really? I mean, if you dodge just right, you can dodge, usually dodge their attack. That's why I'm moving around a lot.
Well, I was about to say that makes me think of what Shoot Again was telling me earlier, is like Guild Wars 2 is meant, like the combat is meant to be kind of like moved around a lot, and I'm very just stand stilly. So.
I am too. Don't feel bad. I am too. I'm just like, and like their sword skill number 2, you have to stand still. It cancels it out if you don't.
Yeah. But still, like, again, I'm like, yeah, no, it's my fault. I just got knocked down. I was standing there as he swung his axe up in the air. I do need a
it's kind of hard when you're dodging more than one, though. I'll say that.
I need to keybind my dodge. I don't like it on V. So, I do need to do that.
I know what ult does for me. I might change it to ult. I think some people have it on like shift.
Yeah, I definitely think I want it on shift.
What's funny, you'll notice that I'm not the only level 80 around here. There was another 80 that just popped in. So I think I'm not the only one doing this kind of stuff. We'll like do it on the side, not really as a.
So here's a question for you guys. So obviously you guys aren't on my server, right? But every map then, like, it doesn't matter what server you're on, other than for like
your server
Guild
only matters for now. Server only matters in World v World. They are changing that when EOD comes out.
Okay, yeah. I think Shoot Again was kind of saying how they're doing it instead of World, it's going to be Guild.
Yeah.
For that, which to me sounds cool.
And I think you could still do like, you know, go in there anyways and still like join other groups.
Yeah, because I was like, I was talking to Jordan earlier. I was like, I don't think, like, because I would guest onto his server. I was like, I don't think I need to do that to play with you.
No, as long as you guys are in the same region.
I don't think you'll need EOD to even worry about that either. I think EOD is going to change that entirely, because they had a video about it today, actually. I don't know if you saw it, but Guild Wars 2 actually had a video where they were talking about the change.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're going to change it.
That's probably actually something I need to do, is make sure I do follow like Guild Wars 2 on like my social medias and stuff again. Because I was for at one point, and I know like their devs and stuff will play and stream stuff. I remember that before.
Yeah, I've actually got an achievement for beating one in PvP apparently. I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah?
I didn't even know it until like, and after I already done it, even though, you know, it was a while back now. Hey, look, it's those chests that no one goes after. The sunken chest.
I need dwarven art.
Nice.
Any you can find would be much appreciated.
You go get that.
At least that's what someone said. Someone's like, oh, no one really goes after those anymore. I'm like, oh yeah.
Alright, I'm bouncing all over the place now. Because I've completed everything over here, and now I gotta go pinpoint and go find my last little bits here.
One of those people like, one thing I do say is what makes this game really good is that even if you're downed, there's a chance someone might come pick you up. I think there's some areas people still won't pick you up, which is
I will say,
frustrating because like there are certain areas I'm like, I want to beat this boss, but no one's around.
When I see like people down, sometimes I don't even know they're people. Sometimes like even unless they're like necromancers and they have all the crap following them everywhere, sometimes I'm like, is that a person?
People, their thing will appear as blue.
To me, the blue and the green are so similar. I really can't tell a difference. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, like right here, this is like NPCs. They're like people that are like, if it's black, then it's not. It's NPCs. If it's blue, I ain't never seen
NPC
green.
is green. Yeah, this NPC right here is green. That NPC is green. Yeah, look. If you look at the stream, about 10 seconds away.
Oh, you mean the nameplates? No, I'm talking about when they're downed. They have NPC players have a blue like thing on near their name.
I'll have to look for that.
Because
I definitely would. If I saw like somebody down, I'd res them. But sometimes I'm like,
you want me to, I mean, there's a cliff right here I can jump off of.
No, you can. Don't kill yourself for science.
I mean,
for science.
For science.
I know what they look like. So I know what it looks like.
I think I know what you're saying though, because it does, like when it's an NPC, it's that black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually the downed NPCs have a black thing, whereas people have a blue. And usually the people that actually show up from a distance, depending on it.
There we go. It's gotta be this.
I think if you pick up so many, I think 500.
Oh, that was a dumb. Oh my gosh!
Maybe less.
What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I'm just gonna.
500 or somewhere around there. If you pick up res so many people, you get a title called Combat Healer, something like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so funny. Okay, I'm in combat. What am I in combat? Oh, I just died. Oh, it's gonna be this veteran over here. Oh, that was so funny.
Waiting for it. Waiting for it on stream.
Oh, you just want to watch me die?
Yeah, I just watched you die.
What a jackass.
Oh, there's someone dead near you.
No, it's me. So I was running into
saw
this
the
cave,
dead symbol.
and I jumped on my raptor. And it's like this cave.
Oh,
There's
I'm
like
coming.
an abyss.
I'm on my way. You don't have to do the thing, so you can. Just...
Oh no, I'm good. And then I think I'm out of combat now, so I can just teleport out of here. Okay, so now I need to find the last little bit. But oh, it's so funny. So I was running into this cave, and I needed a point of interest. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I needed to find the point of interest. I found it, so I just leaped in with my raptor. It just completely showed. It was like there was all these like it was like Moria, and I perfectly landed on the right spot.
Oh, found it.
Oh, that was so fun.
Oh, this is a jumping puzzle.
I figured it was. Okay, that's where I need to go next. Okay. Oh yeah, and it's pretty gray over there. All right. And I'm pretty close
It was
to
almost there. You could have waited.
Oh well, I was leaving. I wasn't gonna do the jump puzzle. I'm not gonna get anything for it.
Well, every jumping puzzle you get an achievement. I think there's certain things you get an achievement for doing them. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'll probably wait when I get this to 80. I'm definitely gonna be farming up my dailies, unless there's a reason not to.
Yeah, I'm about to die from these imps. Yep, there we go. And
I'm not there to save you.
I can tag one of them. Nope. Hey, look, there's a thing right here. Originally, it just means I'm gonna have to find a spot to. Where has that thing? Oh, I ain't talking. Usually, even with one piece broken, I still do pretty good. I just need Berserker accessories. I don't have Berserkers. I'd rather. I wanted to get Marauders because it's supposed to add vitality. It's basically the same thing as Berserkers, but it has vitality instead of... I mean, it adds more vitality, sorry, not instead of, it adds vitality. So besides the Springer, what other mounts do you have?
Just the Raptor.
Oh, yeah, if you have
I got like
Springer and the Raptor, you should be able to get the Skimmer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't think I'm going to be playing my 80s anytime soon. I'm really wanting to focus on this and just get a good understanding. My main objective is when EOD comes out, I don't want to be a complete noob, so I just want to learn everything I can about the warrior. And if I absolutely hate the warrior, I think Guardians, excuse me, is my backup. And that one I would boost. I have 280 boosts right now, and then like several like 60s or 40 boosts.
A lot of boosts. Ready?
Let's do it.
Ow. Oh, by the way, make sure you use your burst, which for me is default F1.
The adrenaline?
Yeah, you do give everybody like a buff. Just for...
Nice.
Yeah, like, I think I...
Okay.
Like, I give might, which I believe is might is power.
Yeah, that's... I'm doing like a might build.
Melee power, sure. Sorry if I'm kind of like zooming past most of these.
I know, you're good.
I just get these hero points and get my Berserker up. Oh, that one's actually a bit of lore. I got you back.
Let's go! Oh, did I complete the map? Hey, I completed the map.
If you got a blue-looking chest, yes, you did.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's not my daily. So, Jordan, that's what it looks like when you complete a map.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was in here for a quest earlier. Because, you know, I know you're ages away from being able to complete a map.
Yikes.
Man,
when I
you
tease
dog on
you,
me here, you one-shot kill me in D&D.
Oh, I forgot I did that. Yeah, I'm a jackass. Why are you my friend? Maybe it's
why not?
Maybe it's best to not answer that, Jordan. For me, please. Oh, that's so funny. No, it's funny. Sometimes it makes me feel really uncomfortable how mean I am to you.
I mean, me and Haley are to each other all the time, so
yes,
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to a safe spot. Oh, you were still right there. I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, I was like, how do I get out of here? I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next, because I need just a little bit of experience, and I'll be
level 39.
Welcome to Dredgehaunt Cliffs. You'll find.
Oh, sorry, no, 39. I always look at that number over there and think that that's what I am.
Yeah, it's the number you're working towards.
Maybe I go.
If I may give you a few resources, there's 2 build sites for builds, Snow Crows and Meta Battle, but I think people are leaning more towards Snow Crows
Okay,
In Meta
snow
Battle?
crolls. Okay, so let me type that in.
Snow here. I actually have it pulled up. I don't know if I'm allowed to put in the
Not
King's
in
Road.
Discord you can. So I have it here. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, you already have Meta
Well,
Battle there.
yeah, I have Meta Battle there, and that's what I've been using. But I have it pulled up.
ACGs, yeah, that's going to be the other one.
Yeah, I was using that. I really like
You
that
can
one.
also just straight up just use the actual wiki because for once the wiki is actually
Yeah.
useful.
No, I really like the wiki for especially their maps. The map is really good. When I'm trying to complete a map and I have like 1 or 2 points and I just can't figure it out, I'll
Their
go to the
official
wiki.
wiki's like down pat.
Let me look at these builds real quick.
The Guild 2 is this is considered the official wiki, and it has most of your.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check this out. I think this is a great little website. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Yeah, I definitely like looking over different builds. I think that's one of the coolest things about Guild Wars 2 is it does offer a lot of different like builds and play, and it's I was talking about this earlier, but I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to head over to I think Calden Forest. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going to call it.
Zerg provides strong, sustained DPS and a reasonable amount of cleaves.
I'll head over here.
So they usually a lot of Lesser City, Lecarity. There we go. Well, there's also the other one, which is the Spellbreaker.
But yeah, I figured Jordan, I'd come over here and just complete this map because you aren't. So.
Hey, I'm about to finish. I think I've just got one more part, and I'm.
Which one? Where are you?
I'm in.
Looking for you. Is that you?
Like the Grove. I'm like.
Oh, that was funny.
Further south of.
Oh, I see you down
Gildan
there.
Path.
Is that the same? Is that? Oh, that's its own place.
And it's got a bunch of stuff here too.
Yeah. Yeah, even like the big cities have like things to complete for the map and stuff, which I think is pretty cool.
93% done with this little area. I've been doing that too, so.
Congratulations! You might actually complete a map. Aww.
I just am trying to find. I'm getting myself lost.
Yeah, the Grove is probably one of the prettier places. I definitely think the Grove would be one of the prettier ones. And honestly, the story of the Grove is very interesting. I mean, if we know anything about it, I don't know how much y'all know about it, and I don't want to say anything without y'all's permission.
Yeah,
it's not gameplay changing.
I would say for probably maybe story, lean away from story, because I am trying to kind of see the story a little bit. I want to see if I like it. Eventually, maybe I won't, and I'll just be like, I'm not enjoying
Well, the reason
this.
I am saying that is because it's more of a lore background thing than anything that's more the actual story.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with kind of discovering it on my own. See what it's like. I appreciate you being willing to.
I don't know if you can discover that on your own. I don't know where it is, but if you find where that is, the story about it, let me know. I want to look at it for myself. Because like I only know about it because I Googled about it.
What were you gonna say? Shoot again?
Yeah, if you play through each of the races campaigns all the way through, since each of them, you will get a background on the culture and the history of all the races overall. So that's just a good way if you want more story, because yours, since you picked a Norn, you'll get a lot of background on the Norn.
Right.
But you have to play the other races, and since there's multiple branching...
We're not still confused about their whole thing.
Okay.
Especially having played... Since I literally played not long ago, I played a bit of what was it called? Icebrood. And there's a lot of like thing about how the I don't know. Try to think of how to say it without spoiling anything.
No, you're good.
Just thing about Norns and how something about them being. Well, you kind of got an idea already, don't you? Because you've been through Lorna's past. You already know that some of the Norns got turned into Swanir.
I don't think I've gotten that far. I haven't seen that.
It's not too big overall. With Icebrood Saga, it just goes more into their religion. A lot more into the religion overall. Their lore behind there. Digs a lot deeper in there for both the Norn and the Char.
And okay, is that so? The way this was one of the questions I asked you earlier, again, is that is shown after season 4. Is that something to do after season 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want, you can.
The last thing on your list. It's not too connected, but it is kind of connected to the overall story. It's not major, but it's still kind of important. Has some spoilery stuff.
It's kind of like going.
Okay.
But it honestly,
it's starting its own story, but it does say things from previous parts of the story.
Oh yeah. But culturally, just for the story, goes into a little bit of the Char culture and background as well as Norn stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
very cool.
What I found kind of threw me off about it. There was things about it that threw me off about the Norn. I'm like, they seemed like honorable people, but there was something that made me think otherwise.
Hmm.
Yeah, like
for a plant girl, she's got an interesting like just. Yeah, I'm pansexual. I like both. I like all genders. I like his hair though. Sorry, that's your hair.
That's my hair.
I like your hair.
The purple hair.
I like what you did.
Yeah.
I like what you did. I like what you did because like it's hard to like make their hair look good. It's hard because you know they're flowers and plants and trees.
Yeah.
See, what's funny is I agree. I've noticed Jordan several times. It's pretty cool, but I never wanted to say it because I can't compliment Jordan for obvious reasons. So, yeah, but yeah, no, the purple hair is pretty cool. Yeah, your character, I was like, all right, that's a pretty cool plant person.
They got some of the most unique colors.
It's kind of hard to make it cool with the default stuff. I just don't know how one titty is flat and the other looks more round.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. I will
I'm
like
a details person.
What do
That's
they
why
do?
it's like. By the way, you know you can hide your mask. You can hide shoulders, mask, and gloves.
Okay. I like the shoulders. It might be like later masks. But these
Like,
masks
this
are
is-
just like half.
Like my hair, you can't. This isn't default hair. You have to buy the makeover kits to get it. Which you can get a makeover kit if you know. There, I don't know how I got them, but like I've gotten a couple just by not even. I never bought them. I just got them. And I think there's a chance you can get them as drops.
That's
There
like
is
me and
way-
my little princess girl.
I think the daily reset. I think the last month has a chance to give you one. I don't remember.
There are a couple ways to getting that. If you get Black Lion chests as well as Black Lion keys, they're kind of the random maker. You can get a makeover kit randomly if you're lucky with those.
Yeah, I like the hair from the makeover kits. It frustrates me that. Sorry, I got thrown off because you went to the corner. I'm like, you okay?
No, I'm like, I like to double check my areas before I leave them.
Oh, there's really nothing up
Yeah.
here. It's kind of silly though, if you ask me. I'm just gonna jump down. I was like, I don't know where the green thing is, and specifically your instance.
Man.
Now I lost where I was.
I hate frogs. And these frog people aren't doing it any better for me, man. This
The
little
nuance
quest over here
It's schools and the
is
nuance.
taking forever.
I wish I knew where you were.
Go underwater on that too.
Oh, I can on this one?
Yeah, if you want to.
I want to avoid the water as much as I can. Looks like I only need to kill 1 or 2 more things. I'll wait for them to charge up. I'm like, man, this is painful here. But yes, no, I'm actually. I have 3 fears, and one of them is don't talk shit about frogs. Oh, I will talk shit about frogs. So my 3 phobias are I call them my 3 Fs, my 3 fears, and that is frogs, falling, and fire. So.
Oh, there's certain maps you should not go into then.
Wouldn't you have to avoid POF in general because it's literally called Path of Fire?
Well, see,
I mean, you literally have to avoid
I'm
that.
fine with fire in a video game because like it ain't gonna hurt me. Like, I'm smart enough to know that, but I just don't like
Just
looking
look
at
up
frogs.
some of the mobs on here. Don't look at them real closely because some of them don't get me wrong. From an artist standpoint of view, I'm sure it's pretty. I'm not really an artist, but I mean it's kind of different, you know.
By the way,
there is a plushie frog.
Show me on the
Backpack.
plushie where the frog touched you. Screw you.
There's quaggan backpacks, which are more whales than fish.
So
I mean,
Shekel Spy, by the way, everyone thank Shekel Spy. He is
What
the
were you
one
saying,
who
dude?
set up my Discord. So he's the reason we have somewhere to hang out because he did it all nice and pretty.
Yeah, I don't know if he might. I think he might be chatting with Red.
Oh yeah, I apologize. It's confusing. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I need to find the next 4 diving points. The next 2, 3, 4, 5. The next 7 diving points here in Magulma Jungle area. I'm skipping these ones, at least until I finish the other ones. Why does it go in that order? That is a weird order. I need to get more Central Terrio ones because if I can get this one,
Jordan,
the last thing for Pact Commander,
Your
I don't
chat
have to worry about
and Red's chat are both red for me, and I was like, "What is Red talking about? Ignoring us?"
That one is quite
pick up, yeah, the advanced logistics. It's like I don't have to push F anymore to pick up everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's probably stupid to some people to pick up everything, but I'm like, money. I can't make money even going to Drizzle Coast because I can't really solo that area.
Yeah, I got it a while ago. Now I can't. Every time I'm doing it now, playing the game with other people, like, oh, I'm just running through, killing everything. Just keep moving on perfectly quick. Like, why is everyone pulling up? Oh yeah, I forgot you have to pick up your stuff still. I'm just like mow through everything. Doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
have everything in my inventory instantly, and everyone's just like, why are you so slow? Oh, sorry, forgot. You guys don't have that yet.
Wait, there's a thing where you automatically loot everything?
Yeah, it's one
Yeah,
of the
it's-
most recent criteria. So once you get Pact Commander, which is the last one, which is pretty difficult to get through that, you will auto loot pretty much everything. And
Yeah.
anytime you kill something, it instantly goes into your inventory.
Oh, I want that.
It's
See,
really nice.
I want that.
The
more
reason
than
I was
anything.
trying to revive you instead of having you go use the thing is because Noblesse Oblige basically you can now revive allied players faster, remove durability, and down penalties in a successful revive.
Oh yeah, he's got
Basically, honestly all I need is the 6 more points. I think. Yeah, 6 more points, and then I can complete Pact Commander. Because I
I heard
need.
you were trying to do the diving one. That I gave up on that after I had to do the jumping puzzle.
Which one?
Right. Not
Is
so-
it the one
not
that?
so secret?
Yeah, fuck that jumping puzzle. I'm sorry, but
Especially
if someone had to help me, okay, it was me and a couple others. They actually helped me get through it, which is really nice. So I don't have to worry about that one. That one can kiss my ass.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's a double jumping puzzle. First, I can complete it. I just can't.
Because
beat
there's the
second
chest
part.
and the yeah.
I can't beat the second part. It's just like ah. Luckily, I just finished it up doing fractals.
I forget it's in Gandaren, ain't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's here. I'll do a thing.
I've only done one puzzle where I've been like, nope, not doing that one again.
If you open your map, I'm highlighting it. You'll probably see a red thing on your map. That's me highlighting where that puzzle is.
How do you highlight something?
If you hold shift, you can click one of the things.
Oh yeah.
Like you can change it to shield, X, sword. Then if you hold alt, you can put a waypoint down, which I find useful.
Yes. So
then-
alt is the waypoint. Whew, these are things
if
that should be in
you-
the tutorial. Maybe I missed them.
And you can do it on the mini map. I know there's.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
That changes everything.
Forgot about
Was
the
it
alt thing. Thanks, man. That helps.
Yeah, alt click drops a waypoint for you to. I find it useful because, like, if I want to go to certain areas and I've already been or not sure which way to go, and just, you know what? It's in this direction. I'm just gonna put this. There's supposed to be a way to like draw. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. Where you at? Let me scroll out. I can find you. You're gonna be blue.
I'm in the water.
Wait. Come I don't see you guys on the map. What the f- Who is in Engi?
That's me.
Oh, you're in Dragonfall. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Dragonfall.
I'm like, you're in the middle of the ocean.
No, I'm just in Dragonfall, which practically.
Based on the map of what I saw in the thing that they released for End of Dragons, I think it's gonna be in the Woodland Cascades area. Because there's a little island there, kind of like Cantha, and the fact that there's really nothing in that area, and Ice Brew does take place nearby, my guess is that's gonna be where it's at. And it would make sense. There's a lot of water over there, so that's my
If I know anything
guess.
from the world map, Cantha would be even farther south than where Alona is in the Crystal Desert. It's even farther south.
Yeah, they would have to make it like past the Isle of Estan.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least that's
But-
how the maps have been. So far, they've been pretty good at that. So the map's gonna get really, really long.
Mike, I mean, they still have all this up north though. Woodland Cascade, Isles of Janther. There's nothing in that area. Then there's
the
Upper
series has
Magama
never done
Waste.
anything in that area before. So I played the original Guild Wars 1, and they never really did much in that area.
I mean, based on the map I saw of it, it feels like this is more enclosed. Like it's more zoomed in. Because the way I saw someone, maybe they were on an island area or something. I don't know.
So Guild Wars 1 was the same map and everything?
Pretty much, yeah. The way Guild Wars 1 was made up of Tiri, it looks different from now, but then again, Elder Dragons caused a lot of crap. Which
Yeah, I
is
mean, the
happening,
long purple
but,
was
pretty
from
much
Cult
this
of
was the
Toric.
original for the original game, so the base game and the Eye of the North expansion, and then the two expansions, which was Nightfall and Factions, were farther south in their own individual maps. Guild Wars 2 is actually connected. A couple of the campaigns.
Can I
together.
just say, I like Lion's Arch pre Living Story 2. I mean 1.
Yeah, same here.
It looks so much nicer. I never played Guild Wars 1, but having played, a lot of the personal story, there's a part or areas where you'll see the pre-Living Story 1 or Lion's Arch, which you'll see when you get to it. I'm not telling you anything about it, but I think it looks nicer.
Hmm.
I like the location where it was the fountain, or what is it called, where you do the Mystic Forge
Was it really like in the center?
It was actually beforehand.
I
Why
keep
they
doing
move
it.
it
Okay,
south? Why
so
not keep
on
it in
stream
the
you guys can
Grand
hear
Plaza
me.
area?
So here's my beer. I couldn't find my
Originally,
bottle
I
opener.
think they wanted to redesign the
So I got a
whole
crescent
map
wrench.
because Lion's Arch was not really well made
And it
to be a
works.
hub city in the game, so that's kind of why they rearranged the whole thing to its current state.
I was like, how can
But
I
it would be
open
nice
this?
if they could
Oh, hey, I
have
got a skill.
like 2 maps for it for people who hadn't gotten to the story, so it doesn't seem so jarring when you're
Yeah, it's
doing,
like you-
doing the story and it completely shifts.
Yeah, and it's like, ugh. This is why I'm kind of disappointed that
Just so
they.
you guys know, not trying to be spoily on that, but you will have a bit of a jarring moment in
Yeah, it's
part of the
kind of
story.
weird.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. I honestly, sorry to sound rude. I wasn't listening because I kept thinking.
Were you using pliers or whatever to open your beer?
Yeah, that was a crescent wrench. I was talking to the stream because I didn't want to interrupt anybody. But I kept thinking, I was like, I think Red keeps coming in and muting me. I was like, how is he able to mute me? I thought you had to be on because Red's the owner. I was like, he keeps muting me on the Discord. But no, I forgot. I have a command on Numlock, so every time I keep auto walking, I'm muting myself. I'm like, nobody's
I always
listening to me.
switch it to like one that you're not using.
Well, yes. In New World, it was Numlock did nothing, so I was like, oh, I can use that.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Alt does nothing in this game. Yeah, I'm clicking at nothing's happening.
Yeah. So I'll have to play around with the keyboardings. But yeah, I was like, who is muting me?
Oh, you're right there. There you are. Oh wait, no, that's Jordan.
But
Wait,
but
where
yeah. So
are
anyways,
you?
I'm in the water over here. I'm up here. Right over here.
I mean, water could be anywhere in Tyria. Mine being more specific. Oh, okay, there you
Hold on
are.
1 second, Sam. Here's a quick question for Beef and Jordan. What do you guys think of the underwater combat?
Jordan,
Not a
you
fan.
first.
I'm not a fan. It might be that I'm just not used to it, but it's not something I'm crazy about. I kind of avoid it at this point so far.
I've played a lot of MMOs. Water combat is something I'm never gonna like, but I don't hate it. It is by far the best of any MMO that I've played. I like that, like, you have like a different skill. It's different. I don't like the whole like flying around and like combat like that. That's the thing I don't like. But I actually think it's
I don't think there's any flight combat. I think it's only
well, to me
in
that's what it
water.
is. Like I'm flying in the water.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, have you tried using a great sword underwater?
well, right, and I mean it makes sense. Again, I hate it because it's underwater combat.
I
But
mean, some of them I
it's
like
not
the
bad.
underwater skills better than the, like for example, I like the Mesmer's underwater skills. One of the more, like, the way it looks. It looks pretty. But how much damage it does, I don't know. Don't really pay attention because I try not to be underwater because I like, but it looks pretty.
I would agree with Sam on that. Artistically, it is really nice to do the underwater combat, but your guys' opinions of the that is actually what the community is like. No one really likes underwater combat. Mainly due to the fact that they've kind of ignored it for so long, and every time you have to do it, it changes up everything you're doing. So it's
Yeah, there's no
jarring
builds
effect.
for it.
No, it's not, because it completely switches over on you, and you have a brand new weapon. Your skill set completely flops over, and mechanically it's completely different. And they really haven't done much with it. So it's like,
Yeah, there's no builds.
Right.
Let's just hope that in the new one, like, I don't think so because they ain't
I
said
love
nothing.
it. They fixed it.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering, that what do you call it's gonna have a few underwater areas, but not have as
They did it.
much. But like, it's like okay, yes, it is the GC, so a lot of it's not gonna be actually underwater. But they gave us a skiff. Tells there's gonna be a lot of water parts.
Skiff and fishing too, apparently. Which
I
is
mean,
like, okay.
which fishing? I'm gonna be spamming the shit out of fishing. I'm sorry, but when it comes to games, fishing is probably one of the funnest things because it's usually the easiest. But it begs the question of, what are they gonna intend? Like, is it just gonna be a hobby and you could trade the? My guess is probably something you do and you trade for some currency. That's my guess, because like, besides chef, what else would you use? Just crafting?
Well, I'm thinking it might be more like gather. I don't know. I haven't really looked up much because I try not to look up anything on the expansions. Just so I can be completely surprised by everything with it. As much as possible.
That's usually how I am with new expansions of games. Yeah, I agree.
No, I understand that. I mean, I just like watching the videos, especially since they. By the way, did you guys do know that there is currently a beta? You can try the new stuff, including the new mount, which.
The turtle thing? Yeah. I see
I'm
that
gonna be
thing
honest
everywhere.
with you. I probably won't use it too much, simply because I doubt I'm gonna have very many people even playing with me, if I have anybody at all. So
Well,
it seems kind of like one of those you definitely want to make sure you have a group with, because otherwise, like, I don't even think you're gonna be able to do much with it.
I'm just gonna XP. You missed the game. Well, come back and play with us. What's up? I'm checking it out for the first time in a long time. I played a long time ago, and so I'm relearning everything. Sorry, I know it's weird when I talk to someone not in chat randomly, and you guys are like, who is he talking to? That's why I usually have my mute button set up so I could talk to chat and it doesn't disrupt the flow. And I also have another button where like I mute everybody and can talk, so I don't.
Go away, Steve. I'm trying to type.
I have to be better about that.
You look sturdy. Care to help us with the scouting mission?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm one of the ones.
Hi.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yeah,
new thing never seen before.
Honestly, I like meeting new people.
You've never seen before? What?
Yeah, okay, it's a little animation that I never noticed, and it's just like, okay, that's cool.
Oh, they have a sound in this game that I absolutely love. It's like when you like gather something and it's like ching or something. I love it. I'm really enjoying the sounds.
Yes, that was one of the Asura scanners. The Asura have so many fun sounds.
Yes.
Huh.
Actually, my favorite race, but
Where's this music? Why is this music here but not in here? That is weird.
But with me being beef, I was like, I can't like pick like a little dinky class and be like, I'm beef.
You can still be beef and be an Asura because their heads will more than make up the lack of body.
if you want, I could give you a toy. I have a toy that'll make your head fit if you're an Asuran.
And welcome, Red. What's up?
Hello.
Oh shoot, I came here for a reason. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be an Asura running around looking like Hey Arnold.
If you have the bobblehead factory, it's even worse.
I love them. They're just the cutest little thing. I always love the little races. I either love the
Some
furries.
games, the little races are really good, especially like the furry ones. I like the furry ones. Like Terra, I had to make a Papari. I'm just gonna call it a puppery, like the spray or whatever you want to call it.
Potpourri?
Potpourri. That's what I'm gonna call them. Even though it's like they're basically animal spirits that got revived because of the Elens, which are similar to the potato people in 14. Even though they look small, they're adults. Though I think the Elens are older than the potatoes. I believe the Elens are like thousands of years old.
Not to derail the conversation, but Red, are you playing the game or are you just hanging out?
No, I'm playing the game.
So do I have you as my friend?
No.
Oh, you know it's you probably lost your account, didn't you?
Yeah. Different account.
Yeah.
Wait, that's honestly to me that'd be the worst thing to happen to me. I've gotten too much progress on this.
Because I technically have you on here, but it's not you.
Yeah, it was super unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass, because especially when you make a lot of progress and you buy a lot of stuff, and it's like, oh, your account's gone. It's like,
Yeah, I made.
goodbye, game.
I made like 20,000 hours worth of progress in all the Guild Wars 1 content stuff, and getting ready for Guild Wars 2, and then lost my account, so I get none of it.
Did you have any of the
Obviously, you
original purchase code still?
No.
Yeah, that's I had an account lost like that too from my old Guild Wars that was linked to the Guild Wars 2 account. Lost all that myself as well.
I was gonna say, doesn't the ones who transfer over, don't you guys get like a, don't you get like the Misfire Wolf for free?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bonuses.
Because I mean, the collector's edition for Guild Wars 2 gave you the Misfire Wolf, but I believe that people that transferred also got it.
There are a lot of special rewards with that if you wanted to play the first game just to get those rewards, which probably wouldn't recommend because it's way too different from Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, from what I saw it was, and from what people have said, you don't get to play any race of a human.
Oh, yeah, it's only humans.
And some of the classes aren't in it. Mostly that's from
So
I'm wrong.
What class are you playing, Ren?
Ranger.
Nice. Okay.
My oldest character is a ranger. Even though I thought my oldest character was my Revenant, but apparently it's not. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, it's pretty cool that you're playing Ranger because we've been in a serious lack of a good Ranger.
So you go in.
Wow.
So Red.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Sorry.
All the bullying.
that actually hurt my heart. I'm sorry, Jordan. You're a good Ranger, I promise.
We haven't even hung out in game today.
Maybe that's why I'm being so bully. Not playing with me.
Are you getting ready for Untamed?
Untamed? What is that?
We are all noobs.
I mean, I have a max level elementalist as well. I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't play anything other than ultra casually, so I don't know anything that's going on or what's happening.
Untamed is the new spec that's gonna be coming out when the DLC, the new expansion.
Oh, I got you. I don't have any of the expansions or anything.
So you don't have any of the elite specs then?
Mm-mm.
So then let me ask you a question, Red. So do you have like is it a free account? Is it a trial to just get the base? Is that something they offer?
No, the base game is free. There's no trial.
Okay.
It's yours.
So that's what you did. You just are doing the base game for right now?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
cool.
By the way, right now, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier. They are doing the expansions for like $15.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was thinking about it, but I don't know.
I think it was 15. I know someone said it was half off.
I looked. It was like 30 or something, or 20. It was something like that.
Oh yeah, I know Twitch Prime gave a coupon code for half off for it. So.
I don't have Twitch Prime.
Yeah, though I think right now for the holidays. I mean, I bet you though they'll probably do a little bit more than 30, probably in January. I want to bet. I want to say probably not though. Don't hold me to it. But that would be interesting though, because they would want people to have the other expansions, right? So why not do that way? I just want to say this area over here, where the Tengu are, the Dominion of Winds, I think this is their actual thing, and it makes me curious. how did they get from Dominion Winds to the well, where they are now? Well, they are in basically Cantha, because technically Dominion Winds is more in the middle of the map. The entire map. Was it always there, even in the game, even in the Guild Wars 1?
You talking to Shootacan now?
Sorry, ask that question again.
Was Dominion of Winds open in Guild Wars 1, basically?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's
Dominion
always
Winds
been closed.
That-
Every
that,
single.
that didn't even exist.
Yep.
In the first.
Not a
game.
thing.
So what's the deal on them being in Cantha if Cantha's more south?
That's more of a lore thing. Like in the Guild Wars 1, the just a little background for you guys on that one. The humans and I forgot what the bird people, right? So I forgot the race. They didn't really like each other so much.
The
They
Tengu.
were Tengu. They were at war for like ever out there, and the Tengu were originally from there. And then when the humans showed up, they kind of didn't like each other so much because they kept butting into each other's territory.
And that's how the Dominion
some of
of
the
Winds came
Tengu
about?
left Cantha and went north just to get away from the humans, only to bump into more humans. So it's just like,
And that's the whole reason why no one can go into the Dominion of.
yeah, well, the Tengu are very distrusting of pretty much anyone else. Some of them are more likely you'll bump into them, they're pretty cool. A lot of them don't like you, and the ones in the Dominion Wind just like, nope, we're done. We're not dealing with anybody.
Well, since this isn't really a spoiler, or I'll just say this. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Since it's not gonna actually happen, so it's not really a spoiler. Did you know there was a thing where they were talking about they were going to do the Tengu as a race?
What is the Tengu?
Go to the Dominion of Winds over where it says Dominion of Winds. Actually, fight one for a hero point over by the Titan Staircase. You follow that bridge all the way down, there's a hero point. It's those bird people. They're like...
Yeah. They're just like a bird person race.
Like Tengu?
Not like a sub race, kind of.
I'm thinking about it. I think
okay.
That's what's funny. They are very... Like, their name, I think, was inspired by the Tengu. Japanese lore. I think it was Japanese lore.
Yeah, Tengu does sound like it's a it was.
Yeah.
It's a race of a
If I
Japanese.
remember correctly, they did. No, they were in the first game. They were like a small minor mob that they showed up. They kind of uplifted them. They originally played rather quick, annoying, somewhat ninja-like creatures beforehand. So they kind of moved them over to the more oriental campaign in the first game.
Yeah. You know, there's some races that would be cool if they actually let us play as those races, but they're not ever gonna let it happen. The Kodan, the Skrit, the Quaggan.
Unfortunately, with that, that would be way too much work for them to code all that in. It's just like,
I want to at least be a Kodan. Kodan's got some really... Kodans are more Norn than the Norns. That's all I gotta say about that. They're more Norn than the Norns.
It was cool that it let us. That it gave the Chars a race.
Oh yeah. That was fun. Being a Guild Wars 1 player is like, oh, Char, I hated
Oh, cool.
horribly since we were always playing as humans in the first game, and then
Yeah.
like, oh, yay, we get to play the people that murdered us. This should be interesting. So they weren't very popular when the game first came out, then eventually they're just super...
Yeah, that's what I was saying
super
earlier.
cool.
There was someone in this guild I was in. They would not play Char just because of that.
Mm.
Don't blame them. The hate ran deep on that one.
I never played, so I can't really form an opinion on that.
Hey, there we go. Okay. You know what's funny?
Da 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 da.
I've bought it 4 times.
You bought wait what?
Guild Wars 2.
You have bought
the Guild Wars 2. I've bought it 4 times. I just saw. So I've gifted it to people.
You are a very generous man.
Oh yeah, no, I hook my buddies up. I was also 15
Alright, we all know the rules. If someone gives you a gift, especially a video game, time to play with them at least a little bit. At least like the rule I always have.
Yeah. Jordan's like, I'm here.
Wait, did you give it to Red?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, it's $15, man.
Well,
so it is $15.
Yeah. You buy Path of Fire, and it gives you Heart of Thorn as well.
Yeah.
So they were still doing like their Black Friday sale. So honestly, if I end up, probably will. I'll probably buy a couple of more of the games, and then try to do like maybe I'll do it in like January or February. And anybody wants to check out the game, I may do like a giveaway type thing. Be like, hey, come hang out, come chill and play the free. And if you like it, and
yeah, if I win
enter
the
a
giveaway,
code.
I'd be able to give it to my friend to get him to like, because one of the other reasons besides him feeling the game is too slow. I'm like, you played ESO and you enjoyed that game. What the fuck do you mean slow? This game is not slow. By the way, whoever's asking what's a Tingu, if you come back to this spot that I'm at right now, there's a Tingu right here.
I'm just gonna be looking out for bird people, man.
Anytime you see a bird person, it's more likely a Tingu.
I see more frog people.
Oh, fuck the frogs.
Especially.
It's so weird. Can someone please explain to me why there's little people, like little miniature people, as miniature, like this doesn't make any sense.
That was a big thing in Guild Wars 1. They were like the collectible thing you get, yeah.
I'm trying to find where you are. I see Jordan, but where the heck are you?
Oh, me? I'm in the main city. I'm now just looking at stupid things to buy.
Oh, you're in Lion's Arch. Are you good, Jordan?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to get.
Because I was kind of going to that area because I was like, that's where everybody's at. So you're in Lion's Arch, LA.
No, it looks like Beef's over at actually in Holbrook right now.
Yeah. I'm in the North City, man.
You said main city, and what the heck? Oh, really?
What's up?
Go back up, please. Back to where you, or just go. I just seen an Inquest chair. What's that? Like I think it showed a chair and a mount. I don't know what that was. I need to look at that.
Oh, these little things?
So I know they're supposedly. Oh yeah, they do as a cybernetic guys go. I'm like, I can't do anything about that. I don't have one.
Yes, and of course.
I kind of want to buy this one though. This finisher. It's such a trollish finisher. The minstrel one.
Just looking at all the random stuff to buy. What's funny is if you buy it in the store, it's more expensive, I think.
So I did see what I thought I said. Yeah, there's a chair glider combo where you can get it as a glider, but you can also have it as a chair.
So
I mean,
real
the
quick,
glider looks different.
I'm gonna walk away and go use the restroom. I'll be right back, guys.
See, if I had a beetle, I would get this. The Synergetics gyro cycle.
Now they have that one on sale currently.
Yeah, I don't have the. I would also get the. I think they still have it right now. Ooh, Abaddon's Mask. What? Oh, that is. Look at Abaddon's Mask. If y'all are wondering, if you press O, you can go under and look this stuff. There's Abaddon's Mask is weird. Speaking of,
I'm not even drunk, but I'm just like Ugh, I'm such an idiot. I almost fell on my face.
Good one.
Scarlet Spalders? Shutter Spark gloves. See, one thing I don't like though. Oh, I want that helmet. That looks wicked cool. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
The Pyro Circlet helm. It literally, you become Super Saiyan. Your hair becomes fire. Man, wherever the fact I need to save some money, I would probably buy some more stuff on here, but
that looks so stupid. Nice, I like that one. All right, let's get back to doing something productive. I gotta get.
Eventually, I'll probably buy the shade
half a
bound
level.
Scepter skin just for the shade Spectre. The Spectre with a shade bound.
Okay.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, there's what I consider unfortunate. Most time when I buy stuff in the gym store, it's usually things like chairs or outfits.
I mean, it's fine.
I don't really buy any of the RNG mount skins. I'm glad they're starting to actually give the mount skins instead of just RNG. Because I remember when they first put out some, it was like just RNG, and I'm like, no thanks.
Oh, that's interesting. So, you wouldn't be guaranteed the one you wanted. You had to go buy like, loot boxes, essentially.
Yeah, and they finally did. They're starting to actually just put ones out. Cause like there's one they got right now that I kind of want, but I'm like, I don't want to spend any of my money right now. So.
Yeah. See, I don't like the loot box. If I want to build, I'll gladly give you money for a skin, but I want to build to get the skin I want.
Yeah, like. What I'm talking about is the Synergetics Hoverbike Skimmer skin. It looks cool. I'm like, dude, I want this for my skimmer. I did end up getting. Sorry. I'm sorry. I talked too much.
I just couldn't hear.
I said, well, yeah, they got to make their money somehow. You know?
Well, I totally agree. Yeah. That's where I'm like, especially this game more so than like even I'm like, wow, like I'm like, I'm gonna get you. I'll buy something from the store. That's what I was looking. I was like, what would I want? Because I'm enjoying their game. I'm enjoying their content. Keep making more. That's why you give people money.
So I know some people try to claim that the gathering stuff, like what I have, that makes it a little bit pay to win. I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's no advantage to that. You just, it's unbreakable. Okay, cool. How's that advantage? How is that make it pay
that's
to
cool.
win?
That I thought it was also, just a schematic or like a look.
Also, you can use in-game gold to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just put that stuff anyway.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's why I hate.
But...
That's why I'm like. That's why I get annoyed when someone's like, that this game's thing is pay to win. I'm like, no, it ain't. There's nothing about this game that's pay to win. The only thing you're literally paying for, you're literally only really paying for the expansions, and even then, they literally, there's people like Beef here. There's the fact that they don't not having the expansion doesn't really prevent you from playing it. And compared to some games, getting expansions of this game's a lot cheaper. Yeah, so sorry, what?
I don't think anybody said anything. I think they said or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was making a what do you call it when you say like it's like you're naming.
You did the coughing, but actually saying something.
Oh.
Like.
Yeah. ESO is one of those games like you have to buy every single expansion, and they got way more, and they cost a lot more if you try to buy them all. I mean, sure, people make the excuse of, you can subscribe to buy them, like, but not everybody likes subscriptions. I prefer buy to play over pay to play.
I don't mind a subscription model as long as I'm getting decent content out of it. You know what I mean? Where like if you're putting out expansion or like patches, big patches, different content, then I'm like I'm paying for that. But like if I'm not getting anything for a while and I'm just playing old content forever, then I'm kind of like, what's my money going to? It's like paying taxes. It's like, wait, pay a bunch of taxes. Why are the roads all chopped up?
Well, I mean, one of the areas I'm put off from.
You good? Sorry. The only thing you have to worry about the story expansion, so the living story stuff, you do have to pay for in gems, by the way.
Yeah, which you can easily earn the gem. Like I ended up getting. I was gonna say, like I ended up getting what do you call it? For the last chapter I needed for Icebrew for only 160 gems, which that's not bad, considering most of them are. I think most of the time they're what 200 each. So I'm pretty.
So you do have to buy them with the gems.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean they did give some of them out, but I think they gave the last one out recently.
Nice. Okay. I mean, and again, I'm fine with that. Like, I think that's a fine model. I'm totally fine with paying for things that I get.
I mean, if you haven't finished base game, don't worry about the expansions or living story.
I'm gonna worry about it all. I'm gonna do it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it all, but fortunately, I can't do season. Well, I've heard people call it season 1, season 2, season 4. Living story 1. No one. If you've done it, if you have done it,
and that's the one. Like, shoot again. That's the one you were talking about earlier, where like if you weren't there when it happened, you can't do it.
It's
that
it's
was
gone.
the Scarlet's War. That's the only unfortunate one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one where they changed Lion's Arch.
So if I can remember correctly, so I think season 2 you get for free.
They
with,
gave season 2
Heart of
for free.
Thorns, and then the other ones I think you have to pay for with some gems.
I
think it's $10.
think they did that recently because.
Yeah, that's
Because I don't have it. And I bought Heart of Thorns when it came out. I don't have all of them. I ended up getting some of them when they gave season 2 out. But for Living World season 2, I have only up to the 4th chapter.
So you have to pay 200 gems per each of the little
chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's not bad.
Luckily, they've been doing going back to the living story just to hype people up. So if you're online when they kind of release one of those throwback patches, they might just give it to you for free. Or
yeah, that's how I
the
got.
New expansion comes out when they do their next season. As long as you're logged in during the time it's been running live, you get it for free.
So be online a lot.
So yeah, pretty much just be online.
Yeah, that's how I did.
Consistently. In other words, that's just their way of like, hey,
that's
don't
why
go away,
I missed
don't leave.
out on No Quarter because I wasn't online at that time. But I finished No Quarter. I'm at Dramatic Rising now with Icebrew, which means I only have 2 more.
Nice.
Man, I'd like to be able to finish it up, but I only have 3 more days to finish it for the return events. Now, I can still do it afterward, I know, but like, I want those achievements. Just because I want to get like
achievement points so we can get more of these. Because if I can get 5,000, I get another Zenith weapon. And I'll be able to get Respected Achiever. And 400 gems?
Red, were you
Ooh.
able to get that thing going for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just,
Yeah,
I wanted to make
swapped
sure I didn't give you a
characters
back
and,
one.
Oh, no, it's good. Yeah, I swapped my level 80 character just so I could go unlock them out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that's a... You seem to have a good memory or decent understanding of what's going on, so I think that's definitely advisable. Like, if you have a good grasp, this mount has made a world of a difference.
I was playing like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, what do I need to do to get them out? Oh, it's the expensive son of a bitch. I thought about it, but
yeah, no, I know your situation. You good? But like they said, now you have to play with me. At least twice is what Shuriken said, but I'm gonna say more than twice.
No, I'll be playing this a bunch.
Have you pretty much? Are you probably where I am with New World? Cause you
I was
stopped
like
playing
that
long before me.
like a month ago or something.
Yeah, I played a few of the betas, but I only have one character at level 25. The rest are lower than 20. No, wait, that's right. I did recently get one of my characters level 20.
But yeah,
I got bored of it.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll keep saying, because I know Nate's liking the game still, I think, and Jordan, I think Jordan's doesn't have the heart to tell me that it's his favorite game he's ever played. So,
By the way, do you like my miniature?
Oh, let me look at it. Oh yeah, you're like you're otter or something. Yeah, or is it a I guess what, a red panda? Oh gosh, you scared me. I thought I was dying. But what were you saying, Ren?
Oh, just like, yeah, I just kind of got bored.
I got you. Go
the nail
get
in
that.
the coffin for me was when
Go
they,
get the thing. I got you.
I'm
They
good.
s-
I want to kill it.
They like did that patch that broke my ice gauntlet, and it's still broken anytime I check it. So I can't like do damage to anything.
Yeah, not being able to play the game would make it unfun for me.
I think I'm gonna have, like, I think I'm like, in order to get that to work again, I think I'm gonna have to submit like a ticket or something.
By the way, look at my glider. You like my glider?
They've been nerfing like all the caster
Look up.
classes. It sounds like too on New World, but they haven't done anything.
Oh, there was
great
a super
hammer.
unpopular update that they were gonna do soon too.
Yeah, I think I was
Jordan
telling.
was talking about that. Yeah.
They're doing stuff with the watermarks that's gonna affect crafting. At least that's what it sounded like from what I read. And it's just gonna make everything a lot harder and more of a grind.
Oh, what the heck? Didn't
Oh,
realize
the
it
thing I
was
saw
that
was
close
that they
to
were going to, yeah, they were doing some stuff with watermarking that'll make everyone just a little weaker, basically. But it's like some scaling stuff.
Are you
and
sure
that's
they
pissing a lot
haven't
of
done
people
that
off.
already? Because the way it feels for me, I'm already weak as it is.
Oh, that's a New World.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
I'm talking about.
Well,
They do a
'Cause
lot
I
of the-
tried to do the main story, and it's like all those skeletons kept killing me so easily. I'm like, why?
It's hard to solo. I think the only reason I was able to really solo most of the part was because I had the life staff, and then
Yeah, the
soloing
live
got-
staff kind of like made it.
It got easier for me once I picked up the Great Axe as my secondary. And then I'm
Yeah,
using Hatchet right
the
now.
Void Gauntlet and the live staff.
So, to answer your question, do you think spending money on gems is worth it? I think all of that's gonna kind of depend on the person. By the way, my title, I'm a new player grinding, and it is continuing. I've played a little bit before, but not as of late. So it's like 2 years ago. But for me, I'm not paying a subscription, right? So it's like I've had this game, I've come back to play it. It's not costing me anything. So when a game developer, does that, I'm more than willing to spend some money to support them. When I want to play a little bit of a game. So to me, yes, I would spend gems, buy like the story if that's what I wanted to do, or if I wanted to buy outfits because I like them. Then absolutely, it's the way I look at it. It's your money, spend it on what you want to. Like not to. This is a flex, but I got $1,600 worth of Legos sitting behind me, and they're still in boxes. That's how I choose to spend my money on. That's how I want to do it. That's to me. You do you. You want to go buy loot boxes for Pokemon Go or whatever? Go for it, man. It's your money. So to me, yeah, I would spend money on gems to buy something in the game if I valued it. If I don't value it, then no. And hopefully that answered his question.
I haven't done the grind. I'm not really interested in doing the grind for Watermark.
I don't know what watermarks are, so.
I don't know all that much about it, honestly. I just know it's a grind.
The best way to kind of explain it is when you get to max level, the best gear item level is 500. But you can't get a 500 item level to drop. Your watermark isn't a 500. And each item slot has its own watermark system. So you need to go and farm out the best gear that you can get the drop, do it again. And you start up at like 400. So to get the best possible gear, you have to grind out essentially 100 rare drops that would be, and not every single thing is guaranteed to improve your watermark. You don't know what your watermark is until you get your 500 item, and then you can get it. So basically, it's a long, punishing grind. And it's I don't know. I kind of can see the value in it, but the game is a lot of grind and a lot of punishing. And if that's the game you want to make, go for it. Make that game. I just don't know if that's the game I want to play.
It does sound really painful. I know Guild has a lot of really painful collection quests in the game, and they're really annoying, but they're optional, thank God.
Right. And again, this is optional too. You don't have to have 500 item level in every single piece, right? Like you could still play the game and be just fine. But if you're, the hardcore nerd, like I kind of am, and want to have the best gear and look cool, and you're gonna grind it out, and I just don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. And also, like, I love crafting. Like, I'm gonna get max level crafting on every single craft in this game. Like, if this is my game, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, to get just like the armory, like the armor up, there's an item that you have to farm 277,000 of. That takes a very long time. And the way they've built the system, it's basically making linen gloves. You need to just make the base level item like 100,000 times. And that doesn't seem very fun to me at all.
You will have plenty of fun doing your crafting up until level 400. Then you're gonna think, wait, this changed. What happened? Why? Why?
I'm pretty sure I have a 400 something. Let me look. Let me see what I have. Let me log out real quick. Yan, I don't know if you're a real person or a bot, but please don't post links. Sorry. So I recently got Ascended Weapons from
I was not a real person.
Okay. It was a long grind, but still easier than crafting. Technically, crafting would be much easier, but they require much items. Okay. I'm... Oh, what did I do? Did I log out of the game?
From achievement is a long grind, but still easier than crafting.
Hey,
Herm, are you talking about the Kuldabog? The only one I know that you don't actually have to craft. You only do like a couple things.
All right, so I want to say this was my highest crafting one. Is there a way to look to see what all of your crafting was? Like, is there a craft menu on your character sheet?
Yeah, there is. Let's see, H, and then there's a crafting. There's a crafting tab.
That's what I was
right
thinking.
there for you. So you can see, you can pick between your 2 crafting professions, and you can see what level you're at with them.
Okay, so you said H and then crafting. Oh, so it's just the 2?
Yeah, you only get 2 unless you pay. You can pay to have multiples. You can get like 1 character to do everything if you want, but you have to spend gems on that.
God, this is just stressing me out looking at it. Okay, so alright, so this one, the 2 that I have on aren't max. Maybe I don't have one up to 400. I thought I did.
I have
Okay, did they say
one of my
chef over
classes
there?
at
'Cause,
400.
good God.
What was that?
I was just watching, seeing the stream, and just like, oh my God, you have a chef. I'm so sorry.
Oh, a chef? Yes.
Yeah.
I think my chef was up to like 300.
That one's just fun because it's completely different from every other crafting profession.
Yeah, because once you get to 400, then you get the rest, or was it 450 or 400?
Oh, so yeah, okay. So on my necromancer, I have 423 weaponsmith, and Taylor is 433. And I do remember like crafting like all the exotic stuff was pretty painful.
Yeah, my
is
my necro, I have chef at 451, I think, or 456. And I think you need 500 in order to do that. There's an achievement, you can get all your things, and that's why I've been trying to get a lot of what is it called? Dragonite ore, which just go to this area. I went to that area. Didn't really get a hole as much as I need to complete it. I think it's funny, like, for people, you probably can't even hear what I say.
Oh no,
Mike tends to order.
No, you're good. It's fine. I'm adjusting you, so when your mic goes quiet, I have you on the side screen. So I turned you up, and then when you were talking, I gotta fix it. Whoop.
I'm sorry, my mic
good.
tends to wander away. I don't know why, but it tends to wander away from my mouth. But I was saying, like, for me, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's easy to Dragonite ore. I get thousands." I'm like, gimme. Yeah, I'll give you the money.
I keep logging out.
Why did I get Mel? Oh no. Because I have Kuldabog on a different character. I put it on my warrior because I was gonna main my warrior. I just got the thing to go talk to what's her name, so I can start switching my, because you with Kuldabog, and once you get what's it called? Didn't we say once you get the weapon, you can actually go talk. You get a Mel. You go talk to the mother, tree mother, and she'll give you a thing that'll let you be able to talk to Redis. And for 1,000 unstable magic, you can transform your.
Well, I think right here is where I'm going to end it. I'm level 40. I think I started to hit like 25. I've played a bunch. I've been enjoying it. Usually I stream from Monday through Thursday, but Thursday night is D&D night, so usually I get about 3 nights in. All my other friends that I play with usually do play New World, but I'm kind of trying to push everybody here because I'm absolutely loving this game. So if you are a fan of Guild Wars 2 and you want to see someone who is terrible at video games, play games, I'm very enthusiastic about this game. I'm excited. So if you want to come see it, coach me, backseat game, I'm totally fine with it. As long as you don't spoil some lore. I'm trying to kind of pay attention to the lore. Off stream, I've been doing my story. So I'll get up and do my level 40 story a little bit because I've been paying attention and just kind of like soaking it in. I don't think anybody, if you've been watching, really care for that. But like I said, I'm gonna go to bed. I just looked down, saw it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna stop streaming. If you are new here and you like what you've seen, give me a follow. It's the best way to support me. If you really like it, and you really want to support me, tell a friend. That's the best way to do it. And with that, I'm going to bed. And everybody have a great night. Thank you.